Did I have auto start enabled? Okay, I guess we're already live. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are excited for this one. Oh, someone started playing in the other room. I'll be right back, guys. But we're getting ready for some NASCAR Xfinity Series racing for the best track in NASCAR. Everybody's favorite, TexasMotorSpeedway. Ugh. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Let's just do a quick mic check, make sure everything's nice and plugged in. Alright, let's check my audio levels. Checking. Okay, we're good. Alright, so they're just finishing up National Anthem here on the TV broadcast, and we should be ready to go. Alright, so I had originally planned on this being a multi-stream with Twitch, but I couldn't figure it out, so we're only on YouTube today, but looking forward to next week. We might be dual streaming this on Twitch as well for those of you guys that want to watch over on Twitch. But welcome everybody to the live stream, and here we go. Alright, let's see. We got Justin Allgaier on the pole. Trevor Bayne on the front row. How did he get there? Wow, impressive. Alright, let's pull up this, and let's pull up this for fantasy. Alright, here we go. Log in. Alright, so my picks for today's race. I have Hemrick and Creed are kind of my two guys that I have pegged that are not going to finish top 10. Then you've got Allgaier. He's my pick to win the race. Austin Hill and Barry I threw in there. Both, I'm expecting both will probably have top 5 days. Yeah, so I can pull up this for a leaderboard, and we are ready to go racing. Hopefully you guys are too. I'm just going to go ahead and share the stream real quick, and we will be ready to go. And there we go. Actually, I had sound on in one of my browsers, so. Discord. But yeah, so also if you guys want to hang out with me in my Discord, I do have a Discord chat that I'm trying to get going, and my link is in the description. Alright, let's see. Alright, so there we go. We got that all set up, and we should hopefully be ready to go. Okay. So, yeah, we got, as I mentioned earlier, we have Allgaier, Trevor Bayne, Cole Custard rounding out your top 3. 4th is Barry, and rounding out the top 5 is Austin Hill. 6th is Sam Mayer. 7th, Parker Kligerman having a very good run to start his playoff run off after qualifying for the playoffs, which was amazing to see. Brandon Jones comes home 8th. 9th was Chandler Smith, and rounding out your top 10 is Riley Herbst. John Hunter Nemechek fills out the 11th position here for the race. So, there we go. It should be all set. Alright. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are excited for it. So Sammy Smith's starting a little further back than usual here, especially considering it's a good race for the Toyotas. Okay, here we go. So we're settling in here, just checking, making sure we got everything going. Gonna pop this up there. Need to bring the chat over there. Alright, there we go. We're all set up. Hey, Derek, how's it going? Going fantastic here. We're getting ready for the... we're getting ready to fire the engines here. They're about to do the command. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Who's your pick to win? I already mentioned it a minute ago, but Justin Allgaier driving that number 7. He looks fast again today. Not to mention Chevy as a whole is very quick at this track, so I would say it'd be hard to bet against a junior motorsports driver, and I have the most confidence in Allgaier to win. Mayer and Brandon Jones are just a little inconsistent for my taste, and Josh Berry hasn't yet proven that he can win this year, so. Oh, man. Sorry about that. That definitely spiked the audio. But, yeah, we are set and ready to go racing here. As they fire up the engines. Welcome everybody to LiveStream. We got 7 people in here. Thank you guys for everybody that's turned up for the stream. We are ready to go racing here at TexasMotorSpeedway. Everybody's favorite racetrack in the country. And totally wasn't ruined back in 2017 whatsoever. Okay, yeah. I think we all know. This track got absolutely demolished in 2017. I didn't forget to turn on any of my lights. I just feel like I'm forgetting something. But no, we're looking good, so. Alright, and as I mentioned, as we always do, around lap 20 or so, I will put up the poll for stage 1, so that'll be an interesting one. Quick update, because I'm sure there's going to be some questions at some point. I know me and my dad, we did the Jets Cowboy stream the other night, and that was a ton of fun, and he will be coming back for a NASCAR broadcast with me next week at Talladega for the Cup race. I don't know about any other broadcasts at the moment that we may be doing together, but for sure the Talladega Cup race, he'll be back here, and we will be doing that one together. So that'll be fun, something to look forward to. Something else to look forward to is this awesome Xfinity race we're going to be getting ready to go talk about. So we got 45 laps here in stage number 1. So 45 laps in stage 1. Okay, that's going to be, I'm assuming it's going to be 45, and then the final 110 laps to the end of the race, but I don't have that as a confirmation. I don't have any confirmation. Let me see if I can find the stage lengths. Xfinity stage lengths. Texas 2023. So, yep, so the 2 stages are 45 laps apiece, so stage 2 will end at lap 90, and then we will have 110 laps to the end of the race, so. I actually like the way that they broke down the stages for once. I know I'm normally one to very quickly complain about how they break down these stages, but it's actually not too bad of a breakdown so far, but, yeah, currently at commercial break. Hopefully we should be back to, normal here soon enough. Alright. So, yeah, of course, let me know who your guys' picks are down in the comment section. I would love to hear who you guys think, especially pre-race here, who we think is going to win this race. Yeah, again, Allgaier is my pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see Trevor Bayne and his former Cup experience potentially win the day, especially with a good qualifying effort like that. But I just don't have as much confidence in Bayne as I do in Allgaier. But yeah, hoping that Barry and Hill can have top 10 day or top 5 days. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. This race sometimes gets pretty chaotic, which is why I don't really trust anybody outside the top 10. Really, I mean, we got Kyle Weatherman starting 12th, so we are definitely open for a bunch of chaos here as we get ready for this race. Hopefully, you guys are excited. I know I am. Hey, JP, how's it going? JP, who's your pre-race pick? Since we haven't gotten racing quite yet, they're out rolling, pacing here, getting ready for it. But here we go. Ooh, wow, that Interstate Batteries car. It's gonna be easy to find that one on track. Normally, I have a hard time trying to find the 19 because it usually has a dark color scheme to it that matches almost every other underfunded car in the field, because a lot of the underfunded cars tend to go black or white. So it's usually pretty tough to find it. But nope, that Interstate car will be easy to find. Also, Reese's on the number 7 car. I didn't realize Reese's was back in NASCAR. Hey, awesome to see Reese's back in NASCAR as a sponsor there on the number 7 car. Hopefully, again, that's my pick to win, so I guess go Reese's. Then we got Cole Custer in his normal Haas car there, starting in the second row here. Josh Berry on the outside of row 2. A lot of these drivers starting in row 2 are a little bit concerning. Okay, so JP is picking Trevor Bayne to win the race. But, yeah, these guys starting in the outside lane are a little nervous, I'm assuming, because in qualifying, I was listening to qualifying on the radio. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got up in the at the top of the racetrack and ended up spinning himself around early in the race. So a lot of these guys starting in the outside lane probably a little bit nervous about that, because that certainly does not inspire a ton of confidence in this as a racetrack. Certainly not as if you have to start in the outside lane, because there's no choose cone here for the initial start of the race. But Allgaier already locked into the next round because he won last week at Bristol. He's got nothing to worry about here. Meanwhile, you got Custer, Berry, Hill, Mayer, Kligerman, Smith, and Nemechek all trying to get some points here to get themselves in. Same with Sammy Smith and Daniel Hemrick, also starting inside row just behind Nemechek on that inside line. Sheldon Creed and Burton both starting way in the middle of the pack. Sheldon Creed starting position number 24, and Jeb Burton starting in P28, I think that was. So it's going to be a long day for them trying to claw back through the one, but hopefully it'll be doable. Alright. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned into the stream so far. If you guys are enjoying it, of course, hit the like button and subscribe for more. We'll be bringing you guys these kinds of streams all throughout the NASCAR season. But, yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying them. I'm going to try and keep these things going, and I'm definitely looking forward to next season, too. Daytona 500 is going to be a ton of fun. But, yeah. Here we go. They're doubled up. Pace car. Still lights are on the pace car. Hey, Todd. How's it going? Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad that you keep tuning in and enjoying these. But, yeah, these live streams, they're a ton more fun when you guys are all here and active. So, yeah. Oh, no. Is that Chandler Smith? Wait, did they just say... yeah, Chandler Smith pulling over. He's going to be going to the rear for an unapproved adjustment here. I didn't see that on the original starting lineup when they were showing it. So, yeah, Chandler Smith, unapproved adjustment going to the rear of the field. That's going to hurt for a playoff contender who was supposed to start 9th here today. That is going to be tough to get through this field. Texas, not known as a track that's easy to pass at, only made tougher by having to start tail of the field. Yep, 28, the scheduled starting position for Jeb Burton. And the reason I say scheduled starting position is because we do, as normal, have guys going to the rear for unapproved adjustments. So, here we go. So Daniel Hemrick starting in the inside of row number... so he's starting now in 9th place, essentially. He's starting in 11th place after Chandler Smith dropped to the rear, as the entire inside line got the opportunity to move up a lane, essentially. So now Nemechek moves from 11th up to 9th position because he moves up the inside line and Herb stays on the outside. So, here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. We are ready to go racing here. Hopefully you guys are excited for this one. Again, let me know who you guys are picking to win this race. My pick, Justin Allgaier, choosing to start on the outside lane. That's going to be risky. Hopefully he gets a nice good push from his teammate here. Pace car's off, diving for cover, through the Geico restart zone, green flag in the air, and we are racing in Texas. So here we go. Coming down towards turn 1. Allgaier going to try and get to the corner first. Not going to get there, though. The 19 of Trevor Bayne still had an edge on that inside line. Through the middle of the corner, though. A lot of strength being shown. And Sam Mayer already into the fence. I should have taken the under on Mayer. Dang it. So, Sam Mayer into the fence here, major damage, and he is just trying to get to pit. He's trying to slow up to get to pit road. Car number 44 swerving to avoid him there, and he's coming to pit road. But man, that's an early bit of trouble there for Sam Mayer driving that number 1 car. I was surprised to see that outside lane. Riley Herbst also in trouble. Man, I picked the wrong people to have bad days, and caution flag flies for debris. Caution flies for debris here on lap 1 of the race. Technically lap 2. They were working lap 2. They completed 1 lap at speed. But Allgaier was able to actually clear the bottom lane from the top side with the help from his teammate. He wasn't able to clear on corner entry to be able to go down and block him, but through the middle of the corner, the strength was in that middle line to be able to clear him. But yeah, as I mentioned though, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had a similar problem on his warm-up lap in Cup qualifying earlier today, and ended up spinning out in the top lane. Yeah, I know. The race literally just started, and we got Sam Mayer and Riley Herbst both with damage here. Not sure where. Actually, I really don't know where Riley Herbst got his damage from, because he didn't hit the fence, unlike Mayer. So, maybe Mayer came down and hit him when they were all kind of scattering to avoid him, but yeah, literally, the race did just start. But, yeah, Brandon Jones up a few spots here. Josh Berry really having a rough start. Definitely looks like the outside lane, not the place you want to be unless you're the race leader. If you're the race leader, go ahead, take that outside line. If you're not the race leader, you're going to have a really hard time from that outside line here. You have both in your DraftKings lineup? Oh my. Yeah. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I've got Allgaier finishing 2nd or better, Hill finishing 5th or better, Barry finishing 6th or better, and then I need Creed and Hemrick to both finish outside the top 10, which, again, I wish I'd gone and picked both of those guys, Herbst and, now I will say Herbst's damage didn't look quite as severe as the, and again, I didn't see where the contact came from for Herbst, but yeah. You had Mayer and Smith, okay. Chandler Smith going to the rear of the field for unapproved adjustments. That's not as bad as making contact with the fence on lap 1, but yeah, it's definitely recoverable still for Chandler Smith. Not sure what we'll have to wait and see what the damage looks like for Mayer, but it certainly, I can't imagine it's a good thing to have a ton of damage and bring out the caution on lap 1. So yeah. Yep, rough day. So, yep, getting ready for. We got Cup race tomorrow, which is gonna hopefully be a pretty good one too. Although, again, this track is definitely not the best. But yeah, Ryan Sieg's running down in 12th place. Kaz Gralla up to 11th, nice. Just kind of looking at some of the guys just outside of that top 10. Kyle Weatherman dropping like a rock after qualifying up inside the top 12. He's back in 17th now. Sheldon Creed and Jeb Burton, though, both on the move, up to 18th and 21st, respectively, for those two. And here we go. They're back from commercial break, which means we get to see what's going on with Sam Mayer. So he gets way too high, out of the groove, and just no grip at that top of the racetrack, slams into the outside. Yeah, this kind of feels like, I know I've mentioned this a few times, but this kind of feels like that Kansas Xfinity race from years ago. I think it was the 2018 playoff race where you had like 7 or 8 playoff drivers involved with incidents by the end of like lap 7. And Riley Herbst to the garage. He is done for the day. Sam Mayer still out on pit road attempting to fix this thing. But Riley Herbst has called it a day here for the car. Unless it's unless they ruled that that's mechanical damage and not not crash related, although I find that one very hard to beat it. Yeah, they're both broken. Oh yeah, there we go. There goes Sam Mayer behind the wall, and they are both out this race. So Sam Mayer, that's a car that needed a good run today after running into trouble at Bristol last week. So certainly not the way you want to start your playoffs with 2 DNFs. But Charlotte Roval next week, Charlotte Roval in a couple of weeks is the final race of this round, and fortunately for Mayer, he is a good road racer, but alright, here we go. So Allgaier and mentioning to his team that it is slick up there, despite looking very good in that top line. They usually prep the I think they prep the inside lanes with the PJ1, the sticky stuff. It's not necessarily glue, but yeah, it's nothing they've ever really done has really helped that outside lane, especially in turns 1 and 2. Like, I mean, very little that they've ever done at this track has really helped that. But yeah, they usually add the PJ1. But it takes a little bit of time and heat to usually work it in, and it doesn't look like the PJ1 is nearly as thick as it normally is either. Just looking at it, using the eye test. I remember, again, I think it was like 2019 or 2020 for the Cup race. I mean, they layered the PJ1 on thick, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. ultimately got up into it and just slid right to the fence because there wasn't any heat in the track yet. So, there we go. Allgaier taking the inside lane along with Custard, Austin Hill, Daniel Hemrick, and John Nemechek, a couple of the brave souls from further back in the pack, taking that outside lane to gain a number of lanes here. So, this is what we wanted to see with this inside versus outside lane battle, is that once that outside lane spot was claimed, that inside lane became gold for everybody. So, Brandon Jones, John Hunter Nemechek, and the 10, who is that? The 10 car, that's Hemrick. Are all starting second, third, and fourth on that outside lane. Gonna be tough again, they don't want to be the next Sam Mayer here at this point. But, yeah, here we go. Doubled up. Lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go back racing. And this time, Justin Allgaier takes that inside line. So he didn't like something that he saw in that race, in the beginning part of that race. Sam Mayer currently 32 points below the cut line as he currently runs. Here we go. Pace car diving for cover. And considering early parts of this race, I don't blame him. Green flag in the air. Racing at Texas once again here. Let's see. Can we get through turn 1 and 2 without a car having significant damage here? Lots of guys diving out of line trying to get to the inside here. Josh Berry might have gotten there on the 48. It's hard to tell in the middle of that pack, but I think Josh Berry may have gotten a little bit of track position there on the 48 for like 6th or 7th there. Cole Custard still holding on to that inside line here. Austin Hill up to 3rd here, but now it looks like Trevor Bayne might be able to try and find a spot on the inside line, especially with his teammate being the next car to try and dive up that inside. And yes, there we go. Josh Berry able to clear the 10 or the 48 here for whatever spot that is. That's for the 7th position. So here we go. Everybody's pretty much gotten into a single file line here, and I expect them to ride for a little while here, considering the fact that these drivers, it is so slick, it's very tough to win this thing. Alright, let's see. So yeah, again, they're going to be single file here for a while just to try and avoid risking more damage and more wrecks. Parker Retzloff up the track there. That's not good here. But, yeah. It's always a worry whenever you see guys up the track here. But, yeah, over the course of the race, we expect that outside line to hopefully get better. But it's certainly, at the moment, it is not a very usable lane at all. Oh, and now the 53! Who is that? Is that Joey Gase? Let's see, number 53. That is Patrick Emmerling driving the number 53 here today. And he said that it was the fault of Lane Riggs making his first Xfinity Series start here, driving the number 11 number 11 Chevy. And I said they just showed a white Ford after showing Lane Riggs' white Chevy here. Oh, no, he wasn't blaming... He wasn't blaming Lane Riggs. Sorry, my bad. I heard him on the radio, and I thought he was, I assumed he was blaming Lane Riggs because that was the other car with significant damage that we saw. But no, the number 38, Joe Graff Jr., goes up the track, tags the back corner of Patrick Emmerling's car, wiping him out, and Lane Riggs just got a piece of it as they went by. So it wasn't Lane Riggs' fault on this one. That was just... Yeah, that was just Joe Graff Jr. making a complete mistake and getting into another driver there. All right, here we go. So another commercial break because another caution flag has flown, and yeah, this race. Man, this race is going to be chaos here. But, yeah, definitely going to be fun, though, getting to actually go back to the track. It's been a while since I've been at the track. In fact, the last time I was at the track was that rain race in Charlotte for the 600, braving the rain and ultimately getting the race in Monday night. So I'll be traveling down there. With with a friend of the channel. You guys probably know him, Patrick Jenks, the Keystone Corner. We've done a lot of videos together, including what's the series called? The Advent Calendar series that we do every December. So, two of us will be going down to the Charlotte Roval this upcoming in a couple of weeks here, so we'll be hopefully bringing you some at the track coverage there from that week. But yeah, you guys have been just crushing it with the support though lately, especially on these live streams. But I actually do shorter form content as well in the form of regular videos. Both I'm trying to get back in the rhythm of doing race reviews after the Cup races, but I also have a Fantasy Friday series where I go and break down the NASCAR Cup Series race, with the focus being on the NASCAR Fantasy Live game in the NASCAR app. If any of you guys play that, there's some. I try and give you guys my best fantasy advice from a person who's played the NASCAR fantasy game now for, I think, 4 or 5 years now. So I try and give you guys my best guesses on based on previous races and current trends. But oh yeah, yeah, just seeing that replay again. I mean, so yeah, there was nothing that Patrick Emmerling did beforehand. It was just kind of that air getting off the side of the car and nothing being able to be done about it. And yeah, Lane Riggs just tried to avoid and could not get out the way fast enough there. So that's another few cars out the race, or probably out the race. 53 is still on pit road and might be trying to fix it, but I don't know. I don't see any real benefit coming from trying to get that thing back out on track, because especially not right now. If you, I mean, maybe you can get out there and clear the crash clock, then I would just hang out as far back as I could, because you don't want to get involved in a second crash, especially for the smaller, less funded teams here. But yeah, here we go. Let's see, that number 11 car, though, for Lane Riggs, that's the more important one, because, again, they want to try and get that car back out there to compete for owner's points. Even though it's not in the playoffs, so it's not like they're running for the owner's championship. Yeah, we mentioned that a couple weeks ago, that they made the change for the playoffs. Daniel Hemrick driving the number 10 car now instead of the number 11, because the number 10 car on owner's points made the owner's playoffs, and the number 11 car as a didn't make the owner's standings, but Hemrick made the playoffs. So that's Collie basically just trying to pair up their drivers competing for the championship with their car that's also running for the owner's title. So a bit confusing, but ultimately that's kind of what they did with that car, and that's why you'll see Daniel Hemrick, who has been driving the 11 up until last week, now driving the number 10 car. And time to Riley Herbst outside the care center. That's going to be fun. Oh, yeah, nope, that's what happened to Riley Herbst. He got out the groove in turn 3 as well, and that's where he got his damage from, which ultimately hit the wall, and he's going to be, well, he's obviously out the race. He's out the care center. Good to see that he's okay, because that's always your kind of first worry when you see cars involved in crashes. Now, granted, none of these crashes have been super big hits, so we haven't really been worried yet, which is a very good thing, but always any small impact can leave a significant issue. But yeah, now they're showing those Sherry Pollock's ribbons that every car in the NASCAR Xfinity and Cup Series race are sporting here, as the NASCAR world lost Sherry Pollock's this past week, losing her battle to ovarian cancer, if I'm not mistaken on the type of cancer. But she was Martin Truex Jr.'s longtime girlfriend up until the start of last season, I believe it was. I think at the start of last season was when they split. But yeah, she was still a big part of this NASCAR community for years and years, and it is certainly not one we want it. As I certainly someone that the NASCAR community is better off having around. But here we go. Lights off on the pace car. We're ready to go racing. All right, here we go. Let's see. Sammy Smith up into the top 10. There we go. I say he was not one I was overly excited about the odds of, but hey, he's made his way up into that top 10, and he's going to be able to stay there. All right, here we go. So Austin Hill, first car on the outside lane. He's going to be the one trying to beat Justin Allgaier here as the pace car dives for cover. Leaving the field in the hands of Justin Allgaier and Austin Hill. Green flag flies. We're racing at Texas again. Let's see if we can actually get more than like 4 laps in this time. Here we go. Austin Hill challenging along that outside line. He's not going to be able to get clear, but he's going to stay alongside. And here we go. Off the corner, it's Austin Hill. Austin Hill now has an edge on Justin Allgaier. Allgaier battles back on corner entry, and Austin Hill concedes the position because he saw a spot to get in the single file line here rather than risking ending up outside the top 5. So here we go. Now Barry on the outside of his teammate Brandon Jones here fighting for 6th place. And Barry's going to be looking for a spot back in line here soon. But yeah, that outside line is still pretty terrible. I don't know what the commentators are saying about it being better, but no, it's still pretty terrible up there. But there we go. Barry able to find a spot in line here. And oh, somebody got a bit of grass there. Oh, Daniel Hemrick. Yeah, Hemrick with a bit of damage to the splitter. He got a taste of that dirt, and he's going to be probably looking for pit road. We'll have to wait and see if he gets boxed out. But, yeah, he might even have a flat tire here or a tire about to go down. But, man, I say he's got that entire inside line, just kind of everybody trying to freight train him and possibly make him miss pit road here. And, oh, no, he stays on, he stays on the racetrack here. He's going to have to go at least another time around here for Daniel Hemrick in that number 10 car. So let's see. The replay, yeah, he just got a piece of that dirt. But it sent him way off course here. Should be able to get to pit road here undisrupted this time. But, man, that's going to be a bummer for him. Good thing for me. I picked him not to have the best of days, so. Yeah, let's see. Is he going to be coming to pit road this time, or is he going to try and tough it out here? He's continuing to try and tough it out, so, man, massive credit to Daniel Hemrick, but I don't know if that's necessarily the smartest move, but he is continuing to try and trudge along with the damage. So I'm going to start working on the poll for stage number 1. Who do we think is going to win it? Oh, now they're talking with Sam Mayer, the first driver to hit the wall. All right, who wins stage 1? Justin Allgaier. Yeah, who do we think will survive? That might be the case here. I don't know. I hope this race doesn't have the highest casualty count. Or casualty in terms of race count. Obviously, we hope all the drivers physically survive, but their cars, they may not make it through this one. But hoping that, especially for the underfunded teams at the back half of the Xfinity field, I hope that they get through this. They can't fix it? That's not good. Apparently, Daniel Hemrick's team just said that they can't fix the damage, which seems strange. Allgaier. Okay, I got the spelling right. It's just underlined in red for whatever reason. But there you go. There's the poll for stage 1 here. But so let me know who you guys think is going to win stage number 1. Yeah, that is not going to be good on the aerodynamics at the very least, and if any of that's rubbing the tire, that will eventually cut it down. I'm also going to put up the poll over on Twitter real quick, just to include some cross-promotion, so hopefully people know that we're live. And luckily, a lot of this is autofill. Austin Hill. Cole Custer. And other. And let's make it a quick little 20-minute poll there. So, and say that. Oh, Chandler Smith's back up into the top 12. Okay, nice job for Chandler Smith there. Alright, here we go. I'm going to just go ahead and post that, and we are... Alright, we're back. So, alright, they've mostly settled into a single file line here. Yeah, the underfunded teams need some luck, because you want to see somebody different win. I want to see Allgaier... Well, I guess who I want to see win... there's a lot of guys who would be some good stories. I'd love to see Parker Kligerman get the win. I think next week might be his week. Now, if he can just stay within playoff range, next week should be very fun. But, Kligerman driving for a small team here in the playoffs, that's a nice one. I think he's the only, solo car team to make the playoffs. But, yeah. So, here we go. Let's see. But, yeah, the underfunded teams, I'd love to see one of them get this win, especially with how chaotic this race tends to be. I mean, Ryan Sieg in 10th. You have the drivers from Jordan Anderson Racing, the 31 of Parker Retzloff, and the 27 of Jeb Burton. Both out here potentially in position to try and pick up a win if something goes wrong. Chandler Smith now up to 11th. But, so these small teams, they aren't doing bad. It's just kind of, they need something to happen to that top 10 to really break into it. And passing is at a premium right now. But, so we're at a side-by-side commercial break. Trevor Bayne looking low on somebody here, but not really having the momentum to get to the bottom. But, So, thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. We got 22 people in the stream. Thank you. And I say, everybody hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Not sure if I'll have a video out between tonight's between the end of tonight's stream and tomorrow's NASCAR Cup Series race at Texas. Tomorrow's Cup stream will be at 3:30, just like this one. I'm pretty sure is when the Cup race is. Let me see. Cup schedule 3:30. Okay, so tomorrow's stream, another 3:30 start time. I will be live though tonight over on Twitch, live streaming a Pokemon tournament that I'm going to be playing in tonight around 8:30 or so. So, my Twitch link is the top link in the description. If you guys want to go ahead and drop a follow over there. If you guys aren't interested in Pokemon, then don't bother. But I will be hopefully doing some more kind of co-streams between the two now that I've got it pretty close to set up between being able to co-stream on both YouTube and Twitch. So. Alright, and we're back from the commercial break, and all guys are getting close to catching some of the lap traffic at the back half of the field here. Yep, trucks are off this week. They return at Talladega next week when the Xfinity Series takes a week off. So the Xfinity Series has an off week when the trucks and Cup head to Talladega. So only 2 races next week as well. And then they head to the Charlotte Road Course where it'll be Xfinity and Cup again, and I will be there in person. So if any of you guys are going to be out at if any of you guys are going to be out at the race in Charlotte, feel free to, if you run into me, feel free to say hi. I'm going to be around pretty much anywhere general admission has access to, but it looks like Austin Hill's still mired in a little bit of lap traffic himself here, so they've started to lap some of these cars, but starting to gap, all guys are starting to gap Austin Hill here just a little bit. So, who was the other guy I said I needed to do well? Oh yeah, Josh Berry, where is he at? He's stuck in 8th. Okay, so I need him to gain 2 spots between now and the end of the race. So according to the chat, it looks like Justin Allgaier is going to win this stage. I certainly tend to think that might be the case too, looking at this gap that he's starting to build. 1.3 seconds between himself and Hill here. Trevor Bayne holding on to that 4th position, 4.5 seconds back of the lead though. Man, they're starting to get strung out here. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully going to incorporate some more content throughout the week, though, leading up to these races. If you guys want any kind of impact or potentially some sneak peeks at what I might be bringing, follow me over on my Facebook page at Ryan Dyer on YouTube, linked in the description for that, as well as my Twitter. So those two are both good places to follow me if you want to keep up on what I'm doing for content ideas, as well as some stuff I'm doing outside of the world of YouTube, although for the most part it's just work and YouTube, work, YouTube, work, YouTube, and a little bit of Pokemon on the side. But here we go. Allgaier's car looks so slow, but he's still making a ton of time. He has, lap times have fallen off almost a full 2 seconds here, though, from what their best laps of the race were earlier on, and what Justin Allgaier is turning now. He's, that last lap, 32.085 compared to his best lap of the race so far, which was a 30.182. I'd be surprised if Hill wins the stage. I wouldn't be overly surprised to see if Hill can make some adjustments on that car to go ahead and potentially go and win the race by the end of it. I mean, it's a long way to go, but 5 laps to go in the stage. Austin Hill has closed in that gap, though. It's only 0.6 of a second between them now. So, Austin Hill could get there, but there's only 5 laps left to catch him. If there's any lap traffic, that could be tough. I don't know, because they're showing his teammate who's running like 12th or something, right? I mean, where's Ryan? Where's Creed even running here? Oh, Sean Creed's in 24th again. Okay, well, glad to see he's not running well, because I need him not running well. So here we go. Let's see. But, yeah, so right now they've lapped up to 26th place. So Sean Creed's only got himself and Ryan Ellis between himself going a lap down here. And Ryan Ellis, the next car right behind him. So they're about to get lapped here if they're not careful. Barry trying to catch Kligerman here for that 7th position to try and gain a point. But, yeah, Ellis and them are still a couple of seconds from getting caught, but they are not showing Hill at all. And Makes sense. He's dropping now back to about a 1.1 second gap. And yeah, that's starting to look more and more bleak by the moment as to whether or not Austin Hill will be able to find a way to catch Allgaier in time here. I'm expecting we'll see white flag flying here momentarily. Hard to tell because, oh, there we go. And yep, they have caught the back bumper of the 43 here to the. Allgaier takes the white flag here on the back bumper of Ryan Ellis. Hey, King Pro, how's it going? You're right next to the racetrack. Cool. You just live near there, or you hang out in the area but only have a ticket to the Cup race? Otherwise, why are you not inside watching the Xfinity race if you got a ticket for Xfinity? But here we go. And now the 7 diving to the outside, gonna try and lap 1, maybe. Are you kidding me? A 2-for-1 deal at Kmart as Allgaier makes a massive move around that outside. Who got the free pass? And so they were side by side for the free pass between Ellis and Creed, but he passed both of them in the final corner there. Justin Allgaier just popped to the outside, went around both the 43 and the 2, and I don't know who the free pass went to. All right, and Sheldon Creed gets the free pass. So Sheldon Creed, 24th place, he gets the free pass as he barely holds off the hard-charging number 43 of Ryan Ellis here. Man, that is insane. But yeah, Austin Hill, Cole Custer, Trevor Bayne, John Hunter Nemechek, Brandon Jones, Kligerman, Josh Berry, Sammy Smith, and Chandler Smith rounding out your top 10, the drivers earning points. Parker Retzloff not in the playoffs, but he's the last driver not to earn a stage point here tonight in the first stage. So there we go. That's stage 1 in the books. 77% of us got it right with Allgaier. I'm not allowed to vote, so yeah, that's what it is. All right. All right, so we're ready for the start of stage number 2. Allgaier has led the entire first stage. We got a caution and a restart coming up, though. Also, we got our first pit stops of the day coming up after this commercial break, so that'll be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that, that's for sure. But yeah, so my pick for the win's looking very good. The only thing that's holding me back right now in terms of my full predictions is Josh Berry running in 8th as opposed to finishing 6th or better. So, hey, if Allgaier wins this race, I'll be A-okay. Now, I can have Allgaier finish as far back as 2nd. If he finishes outside of the top 2, though, I don't end up winning that. Alright, here we go. But, I guess real quick we can look at some of the college football games that have been going on. I don't know when my my Gators play. I didn't think to check the timing. Oh, no! I just took a peek at one of the highly anticipated games of the day, but Michigan rocks Rutgers 31-7 earlier today, one of the noon games. Oklahoma trashes Cincinnati 20-6. Actually, one of the better trashings of the college football season. Then you got Florida State and Clemson. That was a big battle. I was surprised to see Clemson not ranked, but Florida State number 4 coming away with the win there in South Carolina. Coming up 31-24, Florida State. Miami, University of Miami, up 14-0 over Temple here in the second quarter. And we are back from commercial break, so we will get to that later. Oh, how NC State is doing, I can get that for you real quick before we... But we got Austin Hill making his pit stop. Let's see, 14 flat for the stop, and he is away with it. 13.5 for Allgaier, though. A little bit faster on the pit stop. Let's see. Allgaier going to be the first one off the pit. Oh, I think Custard got it. Yeah, there we go. Cole Custard over Austin Hill for the second spot. Third goes to Hill. Fourth, Trevor Bayne. Fifth, Nemechek. Sixth, Brandon Jones. Seventh, Chandler Smith. Eighth, Kligerman. So, a lot of guys coming off pit road. I think pretty much everybody came to pit road, but let's see. Colorado is currently scoreless so far in the second quarter against Oregon. 13-0, and Oregon's got the ball again. Mississippi's actually... Ole Miss has a lead over Alabama right now, 7-3. UConn versus Duke. I don't know if anyone outside of Connecticut really cares about this game, but Duke leads 10-0. UCLA is losing to Utah currently, 7-0, and Utah's got the ball. And UNC doesn't play till... they play Pittsburgh at 8 p.m. tonight, so that game won't be happening until about when I'm doing my Pokemon stream later. The final game that's going on right now is Tennessee versus UTSA. I'm not even sure what college that is, but they've got 5 minutes left in quarter number 1. It's currently 14-0 there. And the Gators play Charlotte later tonight at 7, along with the LSU going up against Arkansas. Those are my two teams that I like to root for, is Florida and LSU, the two swamps. NC State. Sorry. University of North Carolina was what I was looking at, not North Carolina State. My bad. Let's say because because they aren't one of the ranked teams, they weren't on my list there. Because the list I had was I guess only the top 25 ranked teams. So, but I thought you were talking about I kind of missed the fact that you said NC State, not UNC. But here we go. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how UNC does this year, though, because they got that young quarterback, Drake May. Them and USC have the two top quarterbacks for this upcoming draft. And there's a lot of teams that could probably use those players. So we got an AndysFrozenCustard commercial, I believe. But here we go. I will say that's got to be one of my favorite paint schemes though to see on the track. The bright blue and yellow of AndysFrozenCustard. And they're back from commercial. Yay. Alright, so they're on pit road right now trying to fix and tune up that number 2 car, since they have to start tailing the longest line anyway because of the free pass here. Now, if he'd lost the free pass, that would have been a big loss for him. But no, the fact that he ends up winning the race to the line there for the free pass. So yeah, the fact that he ended up getting that one by a hair. He's going to be on the lead lap, but he's going to have to start tailing the longest line. So they were going and basically just massaging the car, making sure it's all perfect and ready to go here. But so far though, this playoff, Creed has not looked good. And honestly, the run to the playoffs, he's looked very weak as well. Barely kind of scraping through here. I love seeing the Melon Man flags in the stands as well. The watermelon branding is awesome. Like, I will say this one. I think Ross Chastain is one of the best things to happen to the NASCAR Cup Series in a long time. Probably. But, yeah. Now, obviously, I don't think the drivers shouldn't necessarily be the best thing about NASCAR. I think we need to get back to the idea that the events should be the stars, because drivers come and go a lot. I mean, I think that was a big problem that NASCAR had, is that they built up guys like Jeff Gordon and Dale Jr. and Tony Stewart to this level where they were the show and people were only really watching for their drivers as opposed to watching for their events. Here we go. Pace car diving down to pit road here, leaving the field in the hands of Justin Allgaier, who takes the outside lane here. Green, green, green. Green flag's out, and we're racing once again to Texas. So here we go. Oh, Cole Custard with a big run there. He might have a shot here off of the turn. Let's see what Allgaier has. But no, Allgaier's going to let himself get beat off of off the restart here. Cole Custard going to take command of this race. So Cole Custard takes the lead here in 3 and 4. And he's got the clear lead. And this is going to be the first lead change of the day. Cole Custard leads his first lap. So 52 laps led by Justin Allgaier. And now 1 lap led by Cole Custard. So here we go. Everybody kind of trying to settle into a single file line here as quick as humanly possible. But yeah, right now these guys, they're all just trying to settle in. But I guarantee Allgaier is not happy running second. He wants to lead every possible lap he can. So Barry's still not able to gain in any spots. That's a little concerning, seeing him not be great on the long run and have almost nothing on the short run. You gotta have one or the other. But here we go. So yeah, let's say 00, you definitely don't want to be giving up any sort of ground to that 7. That's for sure. Oh, we got a car going through the infield grass. That's the number 7. Oh, sorry, number 7. Number 6. Big hit there for Brennan Poole, driver of the number 6. That's a blank white car. Oh, and then 35, the other team car there to Patrick Emmerling. But man, that was a big hit. I hope Brennan Poole can climb out this one okay. It's a big front end impact. Those are the hits that are the worst in NASCAR. Or when you take a big front end impact on the car, and that's Joey Gase driving the 35, who has now been involved in this one. I don't know if he was what was the cause of this. The TV cameras kind of caught on to this one a little bit late. Brennan Poole currently unhooking himself from everything. So, again, the hope is that he's okay. And there we go. Brennan Poole climbing from his race car. And Brennan Poole appears to be okay. Standing all on his own. Might be a little bit of a limp, just a little sore there. Taking a look at his car and probably wishing he hadn't taken that look at his car, because his car looks like it's in worse shape than him, but very glad to see him climb out the race car A-okay there. The 39 dumped him hard. Hard to tell on that one. I'll have to see another angle here, but yeah, there was definitely contact. I wasn't even really sure that was the 39 car until it went by, because that's not the 39's normal paint scheme, but man, that was a big impact. And as I say, there very easily could have been people sitting on that pace on the pit wall there too. I mean, but man, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could have gone wrong there, and luckily it all went right for pretty much everybody in terms of the health and safety standard here. But yeah, no, this race really kind of starting to get that same feeling as. So yeah, he crashed right into Jeffrey Earnhardt's pit box there, the number 44 team. His pit box. But yeah, no, this race is starting to feel kind of like that Atlanta race from earlier this year. Yeah, no, Let's say those front end impacts. I mean, that's what preemptively ended Bowman's season last year. A similar impact to that was also what ended or what forced Noah Gragson to sit out a week or two in the middle of the season for at Gateway, I believe it was. He took the hit at Gateway, and I think he sat out Sonoma, and then the off week after that he was back. So, I mean, we see big hits like that, but man, just glad to see he climbed out that one and is okay, because it could have been a lot worse. We all probably remember. All right. Say Cole Custer's crew chief talking about it and talking about how he was sitting right next to them, because I guess Custer's pit box must not be too far from that. Although honestly, any car hitting into that. Wait, no, Custer's in the very first pit stall, so it must have been. It was definitely close, so. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell who was really at fault there, because it looked like the 6 was coming down, but the 39 definitely turned up into him as well. But yeah, this race is starting to feel a little bit like the first Atlanta race for the Xfinity Series, which ultimately led to the infamous park it moment for Josh Williams after a long stretch of caution flags led to the series being a bit frustrated and throwing the caution, or throwing ultimately a penalty onto him that led to the park it. But yeah. I'd say this race definitely starting to get a little bit clown showy. So here we go. Just gonna quickly look over, see if there's any big score updates in the games. Oregon goes up 21-0 as they hand the ball back to Colorado. This is gonna be Colorado's first big test. Can they come back from a deficit like this one? Also, what's the passing yardage looking for Sanders? Not good. I might have had the wrong quarterback pick there. Not able to actually make picks on the Colorado game because, say college football isn't available yet for me. But let's take a quick look at the NFL. I know not everybody's the biggest NFL fan, but it's the most popular sport, so might as well talk about it a little bit. The Friday game. The Thursday night game on Amazon Prime, Giants versus the 49ers it actually was a closer game than it felt like it was, or than it was on the scoreboard, but 30-20, or 30-12 the final score there, but man, I was so bummed. I needed McCaffrey to get one more receiving yard, and ultimately he didn't get it. He got pulled from the game because they were up by a lot. So our 1 p.m. games tomorrow, though, include the Falcons-Lions, Chargers-Vikings, Saints and Packers. That's going to be Saints-Packers. Hopefully, it'll be a good game. Texans-Jaguars. Jaguars should be able to cover that one. Dolphins-Broncos. Titans-Browns. Yuck. That's an awful game. Commanders-Bills. Colts going back home to Baltimore, where they're originally from, and going to play the Ravens. And then you got Jets and Patriots, the last of the 1 o'clock time slot games tomorrow. So those will be some fun games to potentially talk about during the NASCAR Cup race, although hopefully there's not this much downtime in the NASCAR Cup race. But, yeah, here we go. All right, let's see. Man, stretching the leg a little bit, but man, it feels like we've been here for a while. There's almost an hour in so far, and it feels like we've done next to nothing, but we've thrown up a few cars here. Let me see, how many cars are officially out this race so far? I mean, looks like officially, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Herbst, Mayer, Graf, Emmerling, and Poole all out the race so far. I believe those are the only ones, so I'll have to wait and see until we get a few more laps in, but I think those are the only ones out. And oh wait, no, the 44 is Daniel Dye this week. My bad. I said that was Jeffrey Earnhardt, but no, Jeffrey Earnhardt must be driving. Is he the 45? Is Earnhardt not in the race? That would be weird to see Jeffrey Earnhardt. No, wait, yep, there he is. He's driving the number 45 car this week. So number 44, Daniel Dye making his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut. That's a nice one to see. That Scholl was not nice at all. Not sure what you're referring to. Are you talking about the shove from... Hey, how's it going? I'm not sure I pronounced that first name. Regine? Is it Regine? But, okay, you're a Josh Berry fan. Well, I'm hoping Josh Berry can at least get a top 5 here today. He's not necessarily looking like he's got a ton of short run speed. Hopefully the crew can fix that over the course of this race. But, yeah, I've Justin Allgaier is my pre-race pick here. But, yeah, Earnhardt racing the number 45 car. He's currently running... What was he running? He was... What? Oh, and he's 17th here. So he's running 17th. In case you guys missed it last week, we actually had... Oh, yeah, the sound was what you didn't like. Okay, yeah, I couldn't tell what you were trying to say there because that last letter or so was a little weird. But, yeah, no, the sound was definitely not... I can't imagine what it would have been like to be down there on the pit road when an impact like that happens. I got a little bit of flashbacks as a Kyle Busch fan. I got flashbacks to the 2015 Xfinity crash at Daytona a little bit there. Similar style spin. Luckily, nowhere near as bad a result as Brendan Poole able to get up and walk away from that crash here. Okay, so loyal C-Bell fan as well. All right, nice to... I'm going to say, Christopher Bell came up short of his 4th straight pole position earlier today in Cup qualifying. But here we go. Time for the choose come. Let's see. Custard takes bottom. Allgaier takes the top, and then it's pretty much every other lane. Inside, outside, inside, outside. So it seems like a lot of these drivers are starting to get trust back in that outside lane. And say the entire inside line or the entire outside lane got filled at around the same pace the inside was getting filled. So a lot of the drivers starting to get some trust, at least in that outside line, not killing them on the start. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to tell if there was any safer barrier. Oh, here we go. Let's hear from him. All right, so lost some momentum. Yeah, so I think after hearing this interview from him, I think he was moving down to try and block the 39. But the 39 definitely also made a move up there, but man. So here we go, getting ready for the restart. Pace car dives for cover, leaving the field in the hands of Cole Custer, the race leader, as Justin Allgaier there making contact before they even throw the green flag here. Green. Green flag's out, though, and they're racing here. Let's see, can Allgaier make the charge from the outside line? Allgaier able to clear Cole Custer here, and Allgaier back in command of this race. All right, here we go. Let's see. And say definitely having a lot of confidence in that car for him to be able to drive into the corner like that and ultimately coming out on the other side, race leader Justin Allgaier. Gonna start working on that pre-race or on the stage 2 pole here. Who wins stage number 2? Justin Allgaier. Oh, Jeffrey Earnhardt with trouble. Oh, come on. Another crash? Are you kidding me, guys? Can we keep this thing? Oh, did you type that before the crash actually happened there when you said you bet they won't last 3 laps? Because, yeah, I'm not surprised they didn't last 3 laps either. But I thought after they got through the first lap somewhat good, I thought, okay, maybe everybody got in single file line nice and orderly like they have in previous laps. But Sheldon Creed, with all these restarts, he's able to pick off a couple cars, double them back up, go and pass a couple more cars on the restarts here. Let's see what happened to Jeffrey Earnhardt, though. So he's up a lane and a half already, which is not very good. And then he just kind of loses the back end of the race car, swings out, tags it here. A favorite old school classmate of mine, he's a road... hate how I can't read the chat very well here with the little, like, heart in the corner. He's a road commissioner. And, his grandson has met Seabell. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. But, yeah. Okay, yeah, you typed that before, but I don't think any of us are surprised. Christopher Bell, I know he's starting top 10. Let me check the actual starting position, though, here. So I just got to scroll up here. Open link in new tab for the starting grid for the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400 or whatever this racing name is. Christopher Bell actually qualified 9th for the Cup race on Sunday. Bubba Wallace getting his first pole position of his season, followed up by the 2 RFK racing cars of Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski. Might be a good pick. Again, I did my Fantasy Friday predictions video yesterday, and I made mention of those 2 RFK cars. I think I might even have one or both of them in my lineup. Ty Gibbs is 4th, 5th Chastain, 6th was AJ Allmendinger, which I was surprised to see he managed to get into that top 10, but I was very happy with that one. Kyle Busch 7th, 8th Suarez, 9th Christopher Bell, and 10th was Denny Hamlin. Man, Mike McDowell comes home 17th in that qualifying effort. His first non-top 10 of the playoffs, which is impressive. He had 3 straight top 10 qualifying runs to start the playoffs here. But yeah, that's the first time Bell hasn't finished on the top, at the very top of the pole qualifying for the playoffs here. So yeah, let me get this poll up here real quick. So Cold Custard and Austin Hill. I considered taking the over for John Hunter Nemechek, but ultimately I decided against it, so there we go. And there we go. There's your poll here. Yeah, I have no idea who the concerts are for this weekend. I don't really care usually who the concerts are at the racetrack unless I'm gonna be there. But I'm obviously not in Texas. I'm probably over 20 hours away, but here we go. Getting ready for the sponsor here. Sponsor plugs as I get back from qualifying here. Alright, so let's see. What's the odds of John Hunter Nemechek getting a top 10 finish? I mean, I guess we'll have to see what the odds are on him finishing the race first off, but he's currently 4th place, so he's got a pretty good shot here, and we are getting ready for Choose Cone here. Let's see. Allgaier, what's Allgaier going to do here? Oh, there we go. Allgaier takes bottom, Custard top, Hill bottom, Nemechek top, Bain bottom, Clearman top, Josh Berry taking the inside lane here, Brandon Jones to the outside, and then Chandler and Sammy Smith share row number 5 here for the restart. So there we go. There's your poll up, and wow, we got 3 people, and they all agree on Justin Allgaier. Are we gonna see everybody vote Allgaier here? Curious to see, but wow, that's a weird looking car, but I actually quite like it on the number 18. The silver and the dark red. I don't know. That car for Sammy Smith looks really good. Originally, it was a little off-putting just because I don't know what about it, but man, it's cool. I love seeing some unique-looking race cars rather than seeing basically the same template with just different colors. Because sometimes it kind of feels like that, but yeah. Yeah, I had no. I was not surprised this stream's not quite doing as well as the last 2 as the two from last week with the Xfinity and Cup races. The NASCAR Cup and Xfinity races both set a new channel record for people watching. But here we go. Pace car dives for cover, and we're back to racing. Green, green, green. And John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custard working together on the outside lane here. Austin Hill pushing Justin Allgaier here into turn 1. Gonna try and help Allgaier stay alongside here as they get to the exit here of turn number 2. And they're still side by side, deadlocked here for the battle for the lead. Allgaier starting to nose ahead here. And there we go. Lack of grip there on top for Custard. Just a little bit. Had to back up his corner. And ultimately lets the 7 of Allgaier go. But gets in line second here for Cole Custard. So everybody kind of getting into single file formation here. The next double file here, it's a battle between the 11 of Trevor Bain, the 19 of Trevor Bain and the 48 of the Parker Clearman for 5th here. Josh Berry here, trying to push Trevor Bain through here, and Trevor Bain up to 5th, Berry to 6th. There we go. End the race right now. Come on, call it now. Obviously, they can't call it now, but my prediction as of right now is perfect. Berry 6th, Austin Hill in 3rd, Justin Allgaier leading the race. But here we go, let's see. Everybody else is just kind of trying to settle into position. There we go. Parker Clearman able to get in the single file line here. He falls in line right behind Jeb Burton in the 27 car. Ultimately, that was kind of just, he found his one spot and he got it. So he does end up settling for a 9th place spot after battling with Trevor Bain for 5th, but with how dominant this inside line has been, that just kind of is how it is sometimes. Alright, so welcome to everybody in the stream. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, hit the like and subscribe if you guys are new. We're trying to climb towards 2,400 on the subscriber count here. My original goal was 2,300 by December, but we blew that goal out the water last weekend. So, I'm gonna say currently 75 subscribers away from 2,400. So, I'm gonna say it would be insane if we hit that goal. This throughout the month of October, but I'd be all here for it. But here we go. So everybody's just kind of settling into single file line, and now we can talk about why Texas is the worst racetrack here. Because there we go, pass on track. Parker Kligerman there gets the Jeb Burton way up the track, and not sure why Jeb Burton's running way up the track, but yeah, there we go. Parker Kligerman able to get clear of his and up into the 8th position now, as Jeb Burton drifts back to 11th as he gets in line behind Sammy Smith. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Sounds like that's definitely not sounding good. Jeb Burton just said that it's feeling undrivable. Referring to potentially a loose wheel. That certainly was not good. But wow, Justin Allgaier has pulled a massive gap here. We'll have to wait and see if lap traffic pulls it back in, but Alright, so Cole Custer saying it's still too tight on his race car, so he needs more or whatever his team's been doing, because they're getting the right direction, just not really showing enough impact right now. All right, let's see. Where is Sheldon Creed gotten to? So Creed's up to 20th here, so where do I officially need him? I need him outside the top 11, so I need him 12th or worse. Still not overly worried about Sheldon Creed because he's not been running well the last few weeks, so well, I'm not worried about him in terms of my fantasy or in terms of my picks for the race, but yeah, could definitely be bad for his playoff hopes. But yeah, I was just so high on him up until the start of the playoffs, but then as soon as the playoffs started, it's like, okay, he's been choking a lot recently. But here we go, the 51 now getting to the back bumper here of the 27. So the 51, that's Jeremy Clemens driving for his family team. Jeb Burton trying to hold off, driving for Jordan Anderson Racing. All right, here we go. Well, somebody put in a vote for Cole Custer. They think Cole Custer's going to be able to find a way to run down Justin Allgaier. The gap is currently at 2 seconds. Are you kidding me? 2 seconds between Allgaier and Custer already. Wow. And we've got 10 laps to go here in stage number 2. Stage number 2. 10 laps to go here. So Trevor Bayne holding on to that 5th position here. So, you know, we're going to have to wait and see what this final 110 lap race is going to be like. But, man. But, yeah. I'll say. I do have a couple of ideas, though, for a special 25, for when we hit 2,500 subscribers. So, when we get to that number, I do have a few ideas, and I'll have Twitter vote on them for what we're gonna end up doing for a 2,500 special. But of course, we have to hit a lot of milestones before we get there. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, there we go. To the bottom of the racetrack goes Jeremy Clements, the 27 up lane. And there we go. The 27 ends up giving up the spot there to not only the 51, but his teammate in the 31. And there we go. Parker Retzloff now to the bottom of the racetrack underneath Jeremy Clements. The 31 and the 51 side by side through turns 1 and 2 here for, like, what spot are they racing for? Oh, that's for 11th. Okay, I thought that was for, like, 14th or 15th. But no, that's the battle for 11th here. And honestly, aside from Brandon Jones and Trevor Bayne, that's the best of the non-playoff cars, which is impressive. But, yeah, here we go. Let's see. 7 laps to go here in this stage, and I will say it's nice to see this, it's nice to see us actually getting kind of in a little bit of a groove. Of course, the caution flag will ultimately disrupt the momentum here. But, yeah, at least there's no rain in the forecast. That's the big thing that we struggled with throughout the summer months, was dealing with rain delay content. Typically, I would just open up my Switch and I would go and play either Mario Kart or Pokemon for a few minutes while we wait out the rain delays. But, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Showing Custard versus Austin Hill, though. Hill trying to make a run here, potentially trying to get second place away, but I don't know. I think it's going to be a Justin Allgaier runaway victory here in stage number 1. Or, sorry, stage 2. Stage 2. We're in stage 2 already. 2.3 seconds now, the gap between Allgaier and Custard here. So, Hemrick and Burton actually fighting for that final playoff spot. Oh, Jeb Burton saying he's almost spinning out down the straightaways? That's not good. I don't know what kind of problem he's having with his car, but that is really bad. Sheldon Creed's only plus 2 points here on the cut line. Meanwhile, Jeb Burton, who's continuing to lose spots here. He's right out. He's the last car out right now, or he's the first car out right now on the playoff cut line, which is not good. But hey, you know what? At least as long as he can stay on that lead lap, he'll have a shot at fixing this. So here we go. Yeah, Lane Riggs driving the number 11. He had contact earlier in the race as a part of a chain reaction when Joe Graff Jr. driving the number 38 got into Patrick Emmerling in the 53. Those two collided. Lane Riggs driving the number 11, currently 4 laps down in 33rd place after the damage from that. But he is still on the track, so I guess the mantra, if you're in it, you can win it, but man, that would be a superhuman effort to see him pull that one back. Sheldon Creed, though, up to 17th here. He's actually not doing too terrible. So, but yeah, so Lane Riggs definitely, he's still in here, but man, it's just a bummer to see his debut kind of cut short, because that wreck happened only lap 2 or 3, or at least green flag attempt number 2. Because we had a first lap crash that involved, we had 2 separate incidents on lap 1 that involved both the one of Sam Mayer in turn 1 and 2, and then later in 3 and 4, the 98 of Riley Herbst also got into the fence, which ultimately brought out the caution here. As we got the white flag out, Allgaier looking poised to go ahead and finish this stage in dominating fashion. Justin Allgaier wins stage number 2. Justin Allgaier has won both stages now. There we go. Man, that's some good news there for the Cleveland Browns. After doctors evaluated his injury that he sustained in last Monday's NFL game, they've ruled that it will not be, or it's likely not a career-ending injury, which is a massive positive for one of everybody's favorite players in the entire game of football, with Nick Chubb. I mean, I don't know a single person who doesn't love Nick Chubb, and it's a bummer to see him out of the race. But yeah, so glad to see that his. According to ESPN, that he only tore his MCL. But yeah, so again, supposedly it's not career-ending. Of course, he'll be out the season. We'll have to wait and see after that when he potentially makes his comeback. But the Browns have signed Kareem Hunt in the meantime, so they hopefully won't be completely out. But I think their quarterback's going to keep them out of any shot to win a lot of games anyway. But yeah, that came across as we were finishing up stage 1, though. Or stage 2. I keep saying stage 1. No, that was stage 2 that ended there. Allgaier, Custard, Austin Hill, the top 3. Nemechek and Trevor Bayne coming home 4th and 5th. Josh Berry 6th. 7th, Chandler Smith. 8th, Parker Kligerman, 9th, Brandon Jones, and rounding out your top 10 was Sammy Smith. Jeremy Clements coming home 11th, the last driver not to earn stage points today. So that was your top 10 in the stage before we got interrupted by that news alert that flashed across my screen. But hey, you know what? I love seeing updates like that when we have good news. Speaking of the NFL, though, just going to kind of go ahead and quickly preview some of the 4 o'clock games. Don't know. I won't be streaming any of the 4 o'clock games, obviously, because I'll be streaming the Cup race, which starts at 3:30. Panthers, Seahawks, Bears, Chiefs, and Cowboys, Cardinals are the 3 4 to 4:30 time slot games this week. So those are 3 pretty good games there. And then you got Steelers, Raiders on Sunday Night Football, which is Then you got Buccaneers, Eagles, which, I mean, hey, that's 2 undefeated teams going in there. And then you got a Super Bowl rematch in prime time on Monday Night Football. Bengals, Rams. Rams looking very strong through their first 2 games. And the Bengals haven't even shown up to a game yet. At least not their offense. Their defense hasn't been terrible, but doesn't really mean much if you have a defense and no offense to speak of. Although week 1, I think the Cowboys might have won that game without their offense. So a loose wheel. So they did confirm it. It was a loose wheel for the number 27 car. He's now gotten to pit road and has a shot to change that, but hopefully it didn't beat up the stud too badly to where now it'll work any future tire they put on there loose. Because if that happens, it becomes a big deal. But here we go. Let's see. We got Hill, Allgaier, both hitting their pit stalls, and Custard hitting his pit stall a little bit later. So here we go, 12, 13, 14, a 15 flat here for Austin Hill, and gets boxed in. Oh no, Austin Hill going to lose a ton of spots here. Allgaier first off, Custard second, third, Bain, fourth, Barry, fifth, Chandler Smith, sixth, Jeremy Clements, seventh, John Hunter Nemechek. Oh. The wheel actually came off his car. Oh boy. Okay, well, I guess that confirms it. That is how they confirmed that the wheel was indeed loose. The wheel ended up coming completely off the racetrack, the race car there. But man, that is a bummer for Austin Hill getting boxed in and losing a ton of spots here. But yeah, I'm going to really quickly go use the bathroom, and I will be right back, though, for the final stage here. There we go. Now I'm back. Forgot I actually muted my mic when I walked away. So here we go. We're back, and hey, just in time. NASCAR Xfinity Series coverage is back from Texas Motorsports. Glad to see us get back at the same time. Good. So looks like Austin Hill is going to be restarting about 10th here. That's not good. Oh, a driver change on the number 92. So Josh Williams getting out of the car here. He said he didn't think he was getting enough air. Starting to feel dizzy, seeing spots potentially. Hopefully he's okay. But man. So they're going ahead and tightening up. I don't know who the relief driver is. Let me see if they've updated the list on here. No, they have not updated it on the list, so. Twitter. Let's see if Twitter has it. All right. Josh Williams. Stephen Parsons. And okay, so Williams was without an AC hose. Okay, so he was just overheating in there. Okay, that explains it. But yeah, so Stephen Parsons now in the 92. So driver the number 92 now is Stephen Parsons. So yeah, there we go. So that's ultimately what ended up happening. They got Stephen Parsons tightened in there. But man, 4 playoff drivers with issues so far today. Obviously, Creed and Jeb Burton's issues aren't race ending. Hemrick's issue also not necessarily race ending, but in terms of trying to win the race, it might be. And obviously, Sam Mayer's was race ending. And then the number 20 of John Hunter Nemechek was the one that boxed in the 21. All right, here we go. And pace car diving for cover. We're ready to go back racing. Here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. And here we go. Let's see. We got Allgaier and Custard battling side by side into turn number 1. Let's see. Can Custard end up getting this one through? That battle off of turn 2. They're still side by side. Custard dies the inside. Custard's going to clear going into turn 3. Cole. Oh, no, 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 no. Josh Berry gets cleaned out by the 19 twice. Josh Berry gets cleaned out by the number 19 of Trevor Bayne twice there on the restart. Are you kidding me? I mean, how does that even happen that you get cleaned out by the same driver in a crash, not once but twice? Because Barry had almost saved that thing before Barry ends up getting tagged again by the 19. And he lost the rear end panel. I'm hoping that this is a short repair for him, but man, that's going to possibly end his shot at a top 5, which is not good. But yeah, the 19 just got loose underneath him. Got up there. Okay, so no, the 8 did have a little bit more contact with that outside wall than I originally gave him credit for before the big hit. Or before the second hit from the 19, but man. Oh, Austin Hill gets a piece of it too. Are you kidding me? Oh, man, that's a bummer. Oh, well. All right, hopefully one or both of them are okay in terms of actually being able to be competitive here. Austin Hill definitely took less of a hit, but man. We've seen small hits like that, though, potentially being day enders. Let's see. That front corner, that's not a good spot to get hit if you're trying to continue to be competitive here. But man, that's a bummer. Yeah, there goes my lineup for today. Seven caution flags already in this race, and we're not even 100 laps in. I say not even, we're 99 laps in, but still. Man, that's a bummer. Lost 7 spots on pit road for Austin Hill, and that's why he was in this one. He looks okay, though. The car actually does not look... there's a big gap there, but we'll have to... Oh, no, that's a big parachute on the front side of his car. They're going to have to try and go and get this one clear. They have to go and try and beat pit road speed here. That's a bummer for Austin Hill, man. So he's still 36 points above the cut line where he runs, but man, him and Barry both having big trouble there. Oh man, so yeah, massive damage for the number 20, or for the number 19 car. Significant damage for the number 8 of Josh Berry, along with somewhat substantial damage for the 21 here. Alright, so, yeah, that pretty well ended my competitive lineup for the day. Again, I'll have to wait and see if Barry is officially out the race. I hope not, but we'll have to wait and see. Jeb Burton went 8 laps down there. Okay, Lane Riggs actually up to 27th spot. You're only 2 laps down now, so he could get back up in this one. Barry is showing 1 lap down. He's the last car 1 lap down, but only 1 lap down, and he'll stay on the lead lap. They could both fight their way back up, but it is definitely not in their favor right now to try and get there. Alright, and here we go. 19 people watching the stream. Thank you guys for everybody tuned in. Of course, we're going to be back here tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern for the NASCAR Cup Series race, although we do still have about 100 laps left of this race. But, yeah, and then next week, the NASCAR Trucks and the Cup Series head to Talladega for the fall Talladega set of races, which are usually absolute chaos. I will not be able to do the Truck Series race. I just looked at the time of it. It starts at 1 o'clock Eastern. I will not be home, so I will not be able to do the Truck Series race from Talladega, unfortunately, guys. I'll try and bring some sort of content to you guys on Friday or on Saturday, but it will not be a race stream because, well, I won't be getting home until the race is halfway over. But the Talladega Cup race, I'll be home for. Me and my dad will be doing it together. The stream, so yep, here we go. But yeah, man, that's a bummer, right? I was looking forward to doing 2 truck race, or to doing the truck and cup next week, but I will not be home, so. Yeah, work is work. It's what we gotta do, right? But here we go. They're back from commercial break, and we're ready to go racing here. Alright, choose cone here. And Custard's going to take inside. Allgaier outside. Then you have Chandler Smith taking the outside behind after Nemechek takes the inside lane. And we got a lot of new faces up here. And the 21 coming back down, going to try and get that adjusted. You got to make sure you don't run over that crash clock here, but they got a big sheet of tape here, going to try and tape this thing down. They got 1 lap to try and get this thing good, too, because they don't want to lose a lap here after they did so much work to try and not end up missing it. So be aware of the crash clock and be aware of where you are on track compared to the rest of the field here. So the 27 has gone to the garage. Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. The 21 heads back out on the racetrack. He's going to try and avoid going a lap down. That is going to be so careful. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So, now that we're past the halfway mark, anybody's picks for the race change? Mine's still Allgaier. No chance I'm changing that one. He's looked way too good at way too many points throughout this race. I'm bummed to see this one. So we're going to have to wait and see how Austin Hill's car looks after this. Oh no, he's coming back down pit road. I hope that's a replay, because he can't afford a 3rd trip down pit road on the crash clock. Because you got to clear pit road speed before you come back, or you got to clear the crash clock and clear minimum speed before you go ahead and do that. But man, it's a bummer that both of them had to be in. Because I could miss one of my 2 picks and been okay, but to miss on both of them, that's going to probably kill my day. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. And here we go. Jeb Burton, the wheels comes off, and he goes to the garage ultimately there. It looks like it'll be a long repair, whatever it was. And then showing the replay of this most recent caution here, the 8 and the 21 both involved, with Trevor Bain and the number 19 also getting collected, kind of being the main driver involved here was the number 19. Here we go. Pace car's off, and we're ready to go back racing. Green flag is out. We're ready to go back racing. The number 18 gets right to the bottom there. No wasted time. Getting to the bottom of the racetrack here. And here we go. There we go. There goes number 7 here. He's going to be able to clear Custard entering turn 3 here. So Justin Allgaier able to get out in front here for turn 3 and 4, and now he has a lead, and he's going to try and build on it. So let's see. What's this lead going to look like when we see him come back around to the stripe? Oh, no. Parker Retzlaff into the fence. Minor damage here, but we'll have to wait and see if debris ends up bringing out another caution flag here. But Parker Retzlaff slaps the fence. And here we go. Parker Kligerman potentially going to be trying to make a pass here as well. We got Nemechek and Chandler Smith currently side by side, battling for third. And wow, Sheldon Creed up into the top 10 here. He's going to try and avenge his teammate. If I picked the 2 teammates backwards, that's going to be annoying. But here we go. Let's see. Right now, though, Sheldon Creed's still stuck on the outside. Doesn't exactly have the ease of the inside line here to benefit him. But yeah, no, this race, there's a reason why this race, being in this round, only makes this stuff more chaotic. Because you got, for the Cup cars at least, a race like this tomorrow, if this happens, then you've got the Talladega Cup race. And, caution. Oh, the 45 of Jeffrey Earnhardt brings out the caution flag, and we are back under caution. The turn 2 wall ends up ending Jeffrey Earnhardt's day. Did Austin Hill clear the crash clock? I'm assuming he did. And Austin Hill stayed on the lead lap. He is 20th right now. Hopefully. Oh. Okay. Yep. That's worthy of a caution. As I normally am a little bit on the fence about whether or not something needs a caution flag. That is the drive shaft of somebody's car. I'm assuming Jeffrey Earnhardt's car there. Sitting out there on the pit lane. But, yeah, here we go. But, yeah, looking at this one. So, the leaderboard has been updated now. Wait, no, it's still showing Josh Williams. I thought it just said Stephen Parsons. But, yeah, so Austin Hill is still on the lead lap. He could get up there into that top 5, and Barry needs to get back on the lead lap. However, he's going to be able to pull it off. And Jeffrey Earnhardt climbs from his car. Looks okay, but, man, a bit disappointing for him to be out the race on a day that, with the chaos, might have had a shot to try and get in on this one. Man. Man. Here we go. But yeah, no, this race, I mean, this track has never really been that great since the renovation, but the last couple of years, it's been either chaotic or terrible or both. Like right now, we're all just kind of hoping that this race can get better, but yeah, right now Sheldon Creed running well, which is not exactly helpful when you're trying to when you picked him to finish outside the top 11. Here we go. No, that's John Hunter Nemechek in the number 20. If you're looking at the 20, that's Joe's son, John Hunter Nemechek. Don't think Joe is in this race at all. Joe Graff Jr., no other Joes in the race. Nope, no other Joes. So yeah, no, Joe Nemechek is not in this race. He's run a lot of races over in trucks and Xfinity over the last few years, but no Joe Nemechek today. But his son John Hunter driving that number 20. But speaking of old men, again, Dale Jr. last week at the at Bristol looked like a potential race winner before getting wrecked out. Dale Jr. will be back though for Homestead in a few weeks in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. We got ourselves. So they're back from commercial break, and all right, here we go. AndysFrozenCustard 300. We're now less than 80 to go here, and let's see. Can Austin Hill find any way to the front here? Early end of the day, Trevor Bayne out the care center. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? Again, I don't blame him a ton, but yeah, it was just a bad situation. The car was not handling well, and a slight driver error leads to the wreck. So yeah, the track position being important. And that's my biggest worry for the 21 is I don't know if the 21 is going to be able to pass, even if that car is fine. Now we'll have to wait and see. He's currently 18th for the 21 of Hill. Daniel Hemrick back on the lap here. Josh Berry still showing one lap down here. It's going to be rough to see if he can get through this field. So Jordan Anderson here talking about the issue on the number 27 car here. So yeah, it just the wheel being loose and running that many laps at that fast of a pace, it warped all the wheel nuts, and they weren't going to be able to get a new wheel on there until they fixed that problem. And ultimately, though that the day for them for the most part is done. We're just kind of waiting to see when or if they are going to be able to get back out on track. Maybe salvage a point or two with some late wrecks, but yeah, here we go. Alright, so here we go. Getting ready to go back racing, and Hemrick being back on the lead lap. That's going to be a fun one. Let's say, will Daniel Hemrick be able to follow the 21 through the field? I'm kind of hoping Sheldon Creed can find a way to get back there with his teammate, but let's say, if I could just change the two RCR cars, that'd be great. Alright, so here we go. So choose cone taking place. Allgaier being forced to the out, or choosing the outside, because he actually had control of this race, so he chooses the outside. Now we got Cole Custard, Chandler Smith. Everybody kind of splitting this one up here. Inside, outside, inside, outside. And here we go. The 27 re-entering the track. Jordan Anderson Racing and Stephen Parsons in the 92 also come down to exit pit road here. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. Let's see. Lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go back racing. Let's see. Can Allgaier hold off on the top line yet again? Alright, here we go. Let's see. Nemechek in the 20 here, trying to give a good push to that lead car on the inside line. Cole Custard. Green flag is out, and we're racing once again to Texas. Let's go. So Chandler Smith gives a good push to Justin Allgaier here. Not sure if it's going to be enough. And Allgaier slides up out the groove, and he is in trouble. The 7 of Allgaier, he's saving it, but man, he's got to get in line here soon. But now this race, it's just opened up. The guy who we all thought was going to be the race winner just opened up the door here for everybody else. And here we go, a full corner to get the car down to the bottom here, and he still is trying to work that car back into the groove here. But man, so how many spots did Allgaier lose on that move? He just lost all his grip all of a sudden. He's now back in 16th place now. After gathering himself, the 16 is stabilized, or the 7 has stabilized himself in 16th place for now. But man, that's a bummer to see Justin Allgaier there not able to take the push and ultimately going and falling that far back. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. So we're still under the green flag. No yellow thrown, obviously, because there was no crash. Just a massive slide there. So, as of right now, again, if I can... Now that Allgaier is taking a big hit, now that he's taking a big hit in terms of the positioning, now I'm not even close to my potential picks. It'd be impressive if I get all 5 wrong. That would be almost more impressive than getting all 5 right. But, yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't score the same if I get all 5 wrong. I'm going to say, Parker Clearman's got a bunch of trash on the grill. That's not good. And there we go. Parker Clearman gets in behind the 18 of Sammy Smith and ultimately gets that debris off and caution flies. Oh, the 74 Dawson Cram spins it around, and that's going to give Allgaier and Hill a chance to try and gather themselves here. Yeah, I think we all are hating this one at this point. The LTX what's LTX short for? I'm assuming it's short for something. But, yeah, I think all of us are hating this race at this point. And not just because the guys I picked are doing not good. Oh, Anthony Alfredo gets the free pass, so Barry still needs another caution to get his lap back. But, yeah, Allgaier ends up with a 13th place spot and Hill an 18th place. But, yeah, man, here we go. So it looked like the 74 might have gotten stuffed up behind the 66 here. As they didn't. Yeah, 66 of Sage Karam here, an IndyCar regular there. Ultimately, just kind of looked like he pinched the nose off there. All right, LTX 427 and ECR. Oh, it's an engine. Okay, that's what it's short for. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was short for something like for example, Landon Taylor Extreme or something. But friend's asking me for a Pokemon set. I'll go ahead and answer him real quick. But yeah, friend's asking me for a move set idea here. All right, here we go. All right, so we're all set here. We got 79 laps to go here in this race. Man, this race is really starting to drag on here. All right, let me see if I can find this guy's Discord tag. Oh. Okay, apparently we're not friends on this one, so there we go. And he only accepts messages from friends. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Nebraska was playing LA Tech, okay. That's a college football game that went on, apparently. A friend of mine just messaging me about it. Alright, there we go. Let's see if he messaged me about that. But until that, we're getting back from it. Okay, it's a Chevy-based engine. Okay. So, hopefully we're back from commercial break here. And so they were just talking about how hot it is. And there we go. Custard to the outside here. Nemechek. And man, this, I will say, this race does kind of feel like it's has a breath of fresh air here. Now that there's no 7 car at the front of the field. Maybe maybe this race. Now I know this is a very odd comparison to another race that didn't feel too good. The 2017 Brickyard 400 was a bit of a snooze fest to an extent because it was really just the 18 and 78 playing the teammate game up until the moment the race changed. When ultimately, in that case, the 17 or the 18 and the 78 took each other out of the race. Allgaier not out the race, but he's further back in traffic and will have to make his way through the field. Kind of feels like the door is now wide open for anybody to potentially go and win this one. Yeah, AndysFrozenCustard should have sponsored Cold Custard. Yeah, hey, you know, that would have been a really good sponsorship. Maybe in the future they'll make that a partnership. Just like how when Busch Beer sponsors Ross Chastain next year, we better get a watermelon-flavored beer. I'm not even a beer guy, but I think that would be just perfect cross-promotion since they don't have a watermelon flavor yet. Pace car dives for cover, though. We're looking for the green flag, and there it is. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and we're racing once again at Texas. What's the over-under? What, 3 laps for the caution? Let's see. Can we go 3 laps without wrecking this thing? Okay, there we go. He says he's accepted it, so now I'll go ahead and... Oh. There we go. Sent the message there to him. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, limited time watermelon with a small poster of him in every case. You know what would be even... I think it might even be a cooler promotion. Obviously, I think having that ready for the Daytona 500 or whatever the first race Busch Beer is the title sponsor of would be cool, but I think Daytona would be the... I mean, Daytona is obviously your big launch point for the season. Possibly having like a random pack as to whether you get a small little like hero card or maybe even some sticker packs in there, even though stickers would be more for a kids thing, and obviously kids shouldn't be having watermelon flavored beer, but wouldn't put it past some NASCAR fans having their kids drinking beer well before the legal age. But yeah, I feel like if they had some sort of like mixed pack and it's like, and you're not guaranteed the same thing, but a hero card I think would be a cool thing. And in case you guys don't know what a hero card is, they're these little cards. They're a little bit bigger than like a playing card. Some of them get a lot bigger. That usually features the paint scheme, the driver's name written out, and then usually it's an easy place to get a driver's signature if you don't already have a bit of merch from the driver. Most of them have them in or around their haulers if you have a garage pass for the race. I have only had a garage pass once, but yeah, I got a Bubba Wallace. I got a Bubba Wallace hero card at the 2019 the 2019 Bristol night race. I got a Bubba Wallace one over at the U.S. Air Force display outside the track in the fan zone when Bubba was doing a meet and greet. So, yeah. So, yeah, having one of those in there would be kind of cool, and having the rare chance to maybe get one already autographed would be cool. Oh no, we got smoked down the back straightaway. Down through 3 and 4 here into the pits. And here we go, the 27 here coming down pit road with a massive amount of smoke. Luckily, no caution. That was a bit of a worry there, though. And yeah, here we go. The 27 going to the pits, and he's going straight to the garage here. He's probably done for the day at this point. Oh yeah, that tire's getting ready to come off the car here. But yeah, here we go. John Hunter Nemechek, though, he's taking the lead here. Cole Custard is second. Yeah. Honestly, this entire top 10 is kind of flipped, and Allgaier's fought his way all the way back up inside the top 10. Are you kidding me? I just realized I was moving the wrong leaderboard. Hopefully that didn't affect anything. It didn't look like it moved anything. But, yeah, Austin Hill, though, up into the top he's up to 13th here. I might have a shot at still winning this one. Obviously, it'll be only a 4 out of 5, not a 5 out of 5 like it could have been, because Barry's definitely out of a shot for a top 5. But if Austin Hill can get back up into this top 5, he might have a shot. He and his teammate currently running 12th and 13th. Problem is, I need Sheldon Creed to stop gaining spots because he can't go any further up. But I also need Hill to pass him and gain more spots without pulling his teammate with him. And they go to a side-by-side commercial. Let me just make sure my friend got the message there. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, I might be on doing some sparring matches as well before the tournament actually starts for the Pokemon thing. So again, if you guys are interested in the Pokemon tournament that I'm going to be taking part in later tonight around 8:30, follow me over at twitch.tv/Ryan Dyer Gaming, or you can click the top link in the description to take you right there. So yeah, I might go live a little earlier, but at the latest it'll be around 8:30 when I go live for the tournament. So, yep. Here we go. Let's see. That we are currently 135 laps in. I'm going to start putting up the poll here for the end of the race, and there's actually this is actually probably one of the more interesting points to actually do it, because we got a bunch of new names up here and no Justin Allgaier in the top 4. Who wins stage? Or who wins the Speedway? Alright, here we go. There's the poll discussion, and we got John, Hunter, Nemechek, always forget that his name only has a K and not a CK at the end of it. And Chandler Smith. So we got a battle of Smiths in third and fourth here. Alright, so there we go. There's the poll there for the end of the race. Go ahead and let me know who you guys think's going to win this race. Alright, here we go. We got 17 people still in here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate the support here. This race has been incredibly boring and just kind of wreck after wrecking. Because, like, we need a little bit of green flag racing to make the racing compelling, but yeah, so right now, I think another caution here would actually make some sense for these guys. Not to mention it would help Austin Hill maybe pass some guys. Problem is, Hemrick and Creed are both doing well, too, now. And, yeah, so, again, my picks are pretty well done for perfect 5 for 5, but if I can get a 4 for 5, that'd be great. So, Chandler Smith has been on a move, though, from the start of the race. Up to third place here. So Jeb Burton now officially out the race. He's talking with the TV crew. Man, just a bummer. A bummer for Jeb Burton there. We'll have to wait and see, but man, just hate to see it for a guy that works as hard as he does, and now going into the Charlotte Road Course is his last chance to try and save his playoff run. Because he's now 23 points outside the cut line. Josh Berry, 33 points outside the cut line. And Mayer, 38 points outside the cut line. I mean, that is a big gap. And right now, Kligerman, the last guy out. Creed, the last guy in. Kligerman, the last guy out. The playoffs, separated by 10 points. So a must-win situation there for Jeb Burton and Sam Mayer. We assume it'll be a must-win for Barry as well. So let's see. Brandon Jones up into 6th place here, running as the best non-playoff guy. Pretty impressive. Brett Moffitt running good. Rumor has it that team will be a I think it might have, was it confirmed that they're going to be a 2-car team next year? Let me see. AM Racing News. Okay, so Jayski put out 7 hours ago that they are hoping to expand to a 2-car team. My thought process, and I think this is pretty popular thought process, is that second team would be a Ford seat for Ford to end up moving Haley Deegan from the truck series up to Xfinity here to potentially get her feet wet and continue some of that upward momentum that she had been working on here. But the 25 team is looking to expand. I just don't know what car number they would go for their second car. Is it going to be I guess it would have to be 52, right? It would make the most sense because it's the inverted number and the other numbers nearby are kind of out of the range. I mean, maybe they could try and get 15 and 35 and all that, but okay, seriously. You can't put 2 and 2 together. Because, you remembered 3 of the moves and you forgot the signature move that is on that thing. But, here we go. Let's see. So, currently 54 laps to go, and this race is just kind of stalling out at this point. I mean, we're just kind of waiting for this one to end here. Let's see. John Nemechek just working his way through lap traffic right now. Meanwhile, Cole Custer has fallen 2.3 seconds back here. So, caution flag here would be great to kind of give some momentum back to some of these guys who are trying to work their way through the field. But the question is, when or if will there be another caution? Do they need a green flag stop? That'd be another thing to wonder. Last pit stop was on lap 92. They can probably... Yeah, they probably will... I think they will need another green flag stop for most of these guys. Allgaier at 120. He might be good. That's going to be a much closer window. I think realistically he would need to save about 10 laps, but... I'm going to say, certainly not a bad option to potentially be able to save. I'm going to say... certainly a lot closer than 92, being able to save from lap 92 to the end of the race, but alright, so Justin Allgaier getting talked up by his crew chief, talking about how just try not to make any more mistakes, which is absolutely accurate. You've gotten back to the top 5. Now you've got the speed. Now you just need to not make a mistake. You got a round of stops that are going to happen here. Possibly another caution or 2. We'll have to wait and see on those again. But man, here we go. Let's see. So they are starting. They are starting to. The pit window is definitely open to where they can make it to the end from here. Alright, let's see. Has anybody else on the lead lap pit later than 120? 110, 121 for Alfredo, 122 for Kyle Weatherman, 1 lap down, but that's not really late enough. And then you got Barry on 126, but yeah, no, not really. Not really anybody that's in contention, at least, contending for this one, who pit later than 120, so. Right now, basically, the math is how far can you make it on fuel, and the best person on fuel right now being Allgaier at 120. But, yeah, here we go. So you go to a side-by-side commercial break here. Justin Allgaier looking up the inside here on the 18, and there we go. He clears him going into the corner. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So, going to, under commercial break and not much happening on track. It's just kind of the two RCR guys running nose tail here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Oh, Lions Packers next week on Thursday Night Football. That's going to be a pretty good game. Oh, great. Rams Colts. That's going to be a definite wish for the Colts. Just kind of looking at the Colts' upcoming schedule, and I'm not seeing anything good yet. We play the Jaguars twice in 6 weeks. Are you kidding me? Come on. Can we just get a little bit of a break? Still not seeing an easy game. I'm hoping the Colts can pick up at least a couple more wins, but yeah, Colts not having the easiest of schedules, that's for sure. So, here we go. And we got our first set of pit stops. Cole Custer hits pit road here from the second position. And that's the first guy to hit pit road, and now everybody is coming down pit road, and hopefully we are going to be coming back from commercial break. Here we go. John Hunter Nemechek hits his pit box. He's getting 2 tires here. Fuel. Are they going to go to 4 tires? 4 tires for Nemechek. Okay, good. I was a little concerned when I thought they were only doing 2 there for a moment. But yeah, no. Nemechek, Chandler Smith, Jeremy Clements, Sheldon Creed all on pit road here. So here we go. Let's see. That first set of pit stops. And now, if we get a caution flag in the middle of the cycle here, this could save Austin Hill and Justin Allgaier here. And if those 2 can get saved, that'd be great. Because I need both of them in the top 5 at the end of the day. Allgaier I need on the front, on the either first or second here. So I need just those 2 because I'm not really caring about where Barry's at this point. 6 laps down. So how far can the 7 go here on fuel? I guess that's the next big question. So they were pitting around lap 158, and they pit originally at 92, so... So they made it about 66 laps on fuel. So if we factor that same rate in, so 66 plus the supposed rate. Oh, we got a yellow! Yellow flag flies! Never mind. Throw the math out the window, but yeah, theoretically they could have gone to 186 here. But the yellow flag for the 44 of Daniel Dye ends up bringing out the caution flag here and potentially saving Allgaier and Austin Hill here. That is massive. Yep, that is literally massive for both of the guys I need to do well here. The caution in the middle of green flag cycle, saving Allgaier and Austin Hill here. I was doing the math just to see how far they could run to wait for the caution. Then I saw the caution pop up, and it's like, there we go. Hey, Geraldo, how's it going? We got ourselves yet another caution flag, the 10th caution of the afternoon. 10 cautions. We got 40 laps to go here. Now these 7 drivers on the lead lap can all come down here, get fuel, get tires. Now the problem is Daniel Hemrick was another one that was saved by the bell here, and I needed him to finish outside the top 10. Now, it could fall outside the top 10. But, yeah, so it will be some breathing room here unless we get another rapid fire caution because of the wave round, because you'll have Nemechek and Custard going to have to start behind all the lap down cars after they take the wave round here. Now, possibly if everybody is taking the wave round, but I'm anticipating that some people are going to pit here, and if they pit, they start in front of the wave round cars. But here we go. But yeah, there we go. Daniel Dye talking with his team here. First career start for the kid out of DeLand. Yeah, DeLand, Florida. A great, is one of my favorite named towns in Florida. Although there's a lot of contenders for great named towns in Florida. I mean, you got the town of Christmas. You got DeLand. You got Indy Atlantic. There's a lot of good ones down there. But here we go. So should be getting ready for the yellow flag pit stops here with Justin Allgaier looking to the bottom here, and let's see. Yeah, there is no free pass this time around because the free pass was Daniel Dye, who was involved in that crash. So obviously he can't get the free pass, and instead of making somebody else eligible for it, they just waive it completely in that situation. So yep, here we go. And Allgaier's got a big lead over Hill, but Hill now not pitting with his co-companion there with the number 20 team. The caution was for Daniel Dye. Single car spin there for Daniel Dye. I don't think he got a ton of damage from it, but yeah, just kind of a small little harmless spin, but it brought out the caution flag anyway. So it puts Allgaier, Austin Hill, and Daniel Hemrick kind of in the driving seat here. Honestly, Anthony Alfredo in the AndysFrozenCustard car might have a good shot at winning their sponsor race. Oh no, no, come on! Austin Hill having more issues. Are you kidding me? I mean, are you kidding me? With a car like that, you have a shot to win, and you can't get off pit road. Good, okay. Hopefully, again, limited cars on lead lap. He should be starting no worse than 7th here, so here we go. Let's see. It's going to be a lot of cars, though, unlapping themselves here as we get ready for this one. They go to a commercial break, though, because we're under caution while they wait for all the cars as they wave around the thing. So you got Allgaier, Ellis, Alfredo. I'm pretty sure Hemrick's going to be starting up there probably 2nd, so I think your running order is going to look something like this. Allgaier, and it just went an update. Allgaier, Hemrick, Kyle Sieg driving the number 29. Then you got Anthony Alfredo, Ryan Ellis, Austin Hill actually beating JJ Yaley off the pit road there. Okay, rooting for Custard for the win. Hey, you know what? As long as Justin Allgaier gets 2nd, I'm okay with that result. I need Custard 2nd, or I need Allgaier top 2, Hill in the top 5, and then I need Hemrick and Hemrick and Creed to both fall further back. So, yep. And I say we got the poll up if you want to go ahead and vote on who you think's going to win this race, but obviously there's still quite a few laps here to go. We got Yeah, a little under 40 to go here. Looks like 37. So, again, everybody should be able to make it on fuel now. So, should be a nice sprint to the finish. Hopefully, no more cautions. Although, I think saying that today seems like it's just a destiny to have more cautions. So, here we go. Yeah, Allgaier and Daniel Hemrick just gonna try. I hope that these guys can make it work to not be completely swamped on the restart, but it'll be tough. We'll have to see where they all line up here. Riley Herbst and Sam Mayer both went out the race on lap 1 with very similar lap 1 issues. Sam Mayer got up the track in turns 1 and 2, smacked the wall coming out of turn 2, ended his day, and Riley Herbst in turns 3 and 4 on lap 1, smacked the wall, ended his day. So that's what happened to those two, ending both of those promising days very early. They. I was kind of waiting for them to get ready for the restart here to make sure that because the NASCAR webpage is a little funky sometimes. Like right now, it's showing Kyle Weatherman a lap down, which I think he's a lead lap car still. But maybe he chose to. Oh wait, no, he chose to pit. Okay. So yeah, I've got 17 on the lead lap. 17 on the lead lap. Sheldon Creed, the last car on the lead lap here. Yeah, 17 cars. I was gonna say, Weatherman had been on the lead lap and running very well, but he ultimately decided to pit there at the end. But here we go. 36 laps to go. It'll be 35 when they take the green flag here. Lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go racing. Hopefully you guys are excited for this one. Of course, hit the like and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future live streams. We'll be back tomorrow, obviously, for the Cup stream. Same time, 3:30 Eastern. But, Here we go. Let's see. Battle for the cut line. Currently Clearman minus 11 on the cut line here as the pace car dives for cover, leaving the field in the hands of Justin Allgaier and Daniel Hemrick on that front row. And the green flag flies. Green, green, green. And we're racing once again here at Texas. And everybody's kind of... Oh, the 92 of Stephen Parsons. That was a substitute driver there late in the stage here. That was a substituted driver for the number 92. Josh Williams started the race. His air hose came detached and he was overheating in the car, so they ended up putting Stephen Parsons in the car to substitute drive there. The driver of that car now, so... And so Justin Allgaier, though, able to get clear of Daniel Hemrick for the race lead. Austin Hill stuck in 7th right now, and as the rest of the lead lap car is knocking on the door here because they've all gotten by him now. So this is going to be you got a lot of people right on that back bumper now for Austin. Oh, wait, no, Austin Hill is actually further up. They just shifted him. I thought it looked like he was a lot closer to being in the thick of it with everybody else. But no, now he's going past Kyle Sieg here for 3rd. So there we go. Austin Hill up into the top 3. I just need to find a way to get Hemrick out of there without killing Allgaier or Hill. But, Anthony Alfredo, though, in that AndysFrozenCustard car. I was hoping to see maybe if he could hold on to this one. He's top 5 still, which isn't too bad. But there we go. Now Custard and Clearman are all going by him. Guys with much faster cars and relatively fresh tires. So here we go. 32 laps to go, and here goes John Hunter Nemechek, the leader of those freshly pit cars. Now going around Kyle Sieg for 4th here. And let's see, how high will he be able to climb here? Will he be able to get to Austin Hill? Clearman continuing to try and stay close to that back bumper of Cole Custard, potentially trying to get an extra point or two here as they go around, as those two now are battling to the outside here on Kyle Sieg. Kyle Sieg in that number 29 car holding that inside line. Custard and Clearman both able to clear him though before they get to turn 3. And now they're both back to the bottom of the racetrack. So +7 right now for Creed over Kligerman. So that's going to be a tight battle next week, or not next week, in 2 weeks at the Charlotte Roval. I'll be there in person to watch Parker Kligerman try and get to that playoff, to the next round. But right now they're showing +7 here. But no, Austin Hill up the track. He's got John Hunter Nemechek to his inside. Nemechek trying to take third here from Austin Hill. Austin Hill's car is wounded right now. He just needs to try and survive. I'm hoping for a top 5, but I'm not overly hopeful right now. But again, right now, Hemrick being up there kind of messes up my picks anyway. But here we go. Let's see. Kyle Sieg is about to get passed by his brother Ryan Sieg here inside the top 10. That battle for 7th, the Battle of Sieg. You got Kyle and Ryan Sieg here fighting it out. But there we go. Now they've gotten by Hemrick. So now it's Hemrick and Austin Hill still running side by side here as they go around a lap car there. Not sure who that was. But here we go. Now looking the inside. Here goes Austin Hill trying to pass Daniel Hemrick here. But it's going to be tough for Hemrick to end up falling too far back here. But there we go. Austin Hill fights his way back up to third. Again, good spot there. Now I just need Hemrick to continue falling. And there we go. Cole Custard now to the inside of Daniel Hemrick here. And now it's Parker Kligerman to the inside on Daniel Hemrick. A lot of guys just trying to freight train the 10 car here, trying to keep him out the groove if they can, to try and keep cycling the 10 car further and further back. But right now, it's now up to +9 here for Sheldon Creed. Where's Creed up to? Oh, no, he's up to 12th. I can't have him get any further up, which is bad because I also need the 10 car to keep dropping further here. As they cross the line here, and the battle between Creed, Sammy Smith, Anthony Alfredo right in that mix too. Anthony Alfredo putting some good blocks here right in front of him. So this battle for, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Gonna be down there for both Charlotte races. So here we go. Let's see. We got the 78 here of Anthony Alfredo continuing to try and hold off Sheldon Creed. I believe that's for 12th. Okay. So here we go. That battle for 12th. Creed edging ahead here on the top side. Hopefully that top side sticks. And there we go. And now they clear him. And Sheldon Creed up to 12th here. As they're continuing to try and cycle through these cars that were at the back half of this field. Yeah, but got lucky with the caution flag. So here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Now, Brandon Jones, though, getting to the back bumper of the 2 car, going to try and take 12th from him. So far, Daniel Hemrick slipped to 6th place here, but again, that's not giving me a ton of confidence here. He's sliding, but I'm not sure he's sliding fast enough here. We got 8 votes on the poll, and we think John Hunter Nemechek's going to be able to win this one. It's going to be a fight between him and Allgaier, that's for sure. Only 6 laps difference between their tires, and some of those were under caution, so we'll have to wait and see. But and I say, John Hunter Nemechek's definitely fast, but Allgaier's been faster all day than everybody. So again, curious to see what ends up happening with Hemrick here as we get down the stretch, but going pretty good. And wow, we are okay. We've actually picked up a couple subscribers. We're now at 2327 here. Continuing to close in on 2,400 here. Oh, we got a caution flag. Caution flag flies. What's the caution for? Debris. A big crush panel piece there. That's a big chunk of metal there as we get the caution flag, and that's not good for Austin Hill. That's not good for Daniel Hemrick. So, those 2 wounded race cars, they're going to have to try and fight to defend here because I don't see them being able to pit and continue to have a good day. Not sure what Hemrick ends up doing here, but he's because he's already to the good on this one, but I don't know. It's going to be tough. And I say we're close. Again, so close. Just need Hemrick to maybe decide that he wants to try pitting, and I need Austin Hill to think he can hold on here. So Austin Hill, even if you're third car in line, Austin, take the inside. Don't let yourself get put on the outside. And honestly, you don't want to be the lead car on the outside anyway, because your car can't lead that line with that open fender. So, let's say, if I'm Austin Hill here, I follow the leaders here because I want to make sure I have somebody in front of me here. And everybody's coming behind them. The front two stay out. It's Allgaier. It's Hill. Everybody else coming to pit road, though. Daniel Hemrick going to be looking for 4 tires and fuel here. Going to hopefully get some tires and going to try and get this thing back out there, but he's going to have some traffic to fight through. But this caution flag could be a game changer here. Yeah, this is going to help Custer have a better shot. Custer's getting 4 tires and fuel, but the biggest question is going to be, where does Custer come out in terms of traffic? Sheldon Creed wins the race off pit road. Sheldon Creed, then it's John Hunter Nemechek. Then I think Cole Custer came out third off of pit road. So, did Custer take, or did Creed only take 2 tires? How did he gain that much track position? So here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's say. Okay, Allgaier. Or not Allgaier, sorry, Austin Hill. If I'm Austin Hill, I am picking right behind Justin Allgaier, no matter where he picks, because that front fender will kill me if I try and go opposite him. And if I'm Austin Hill, I'm pleading with Justin Allgaier to take the inside lane so I can choose the inside lane with him. Honestly, if you can lead the inside lane, that wouldn't be worst case scenario. If Allgaier takes outside, maybe you go inside anyway, because inside's easier to defend than second car outside lane. But Anthony Alfredo, JJ Yaley, and Ryan Ellis also stayed out there. Contact there between Jeremy Clements and the 18 of Sammy Smith on pit road. A little bit of contact there. Looked like just incidental contact, though. Nothing intentional, I wouldn't say. All right, here we go. We got Go Custer Go chant in the chat here. But, yeah, definitely looking forward to this one. Hopefully, yeah, I like to look at it from 1 or 2 drivers' perspectives, especially when I've got picks in on those drivers. Because it kind of gives a bit of a crew chief perspective, which I've done crew chiefing on NASCAR Heat 5 and iRacing for a little bit, but nothing on too serious of a level. But again, it's kind of that strategy element of this, which I absolutely love and is one of my favorite parts about auto racing in general, is the strategy element. So here we go. Let me see. My buddy's sending me some messages about the Pokemon tournament I'm taking part in tonight. Alright, let's see. I got 2 messages from Alpha here. Alright, I'll respond to him later, and that's just a gotcha. Alright, I can respond to that one after there, so we're ready here. Another caution here. Old tire's going to slip. I hope not, but, well, I hope that the old tires don't slip too badly, because I want to see Anthony Alfredo have a good finish here. I need Austin Hill and Justin Allgaier to have some good finishes, too. And then the only other person that has old tires here is JJ Yaley, and those tires aren't that old. I mean, those tires are what? They're 20 laps old at this point, and they only have 20 laps to go. So it's going to be as I say, they're still fairly fresh. I mean, 20-lap-old tires is not terrible. At the end of the race, when they're 40-lap-old tires and we get a green-white checker, yeah, that would be old. And here we go. Austin Hill leads on the inside line. All right, his game plan here has got to be, and this, you communicate this with Allgaier. You tell Allgaier, we're going to let you in on the inside line. We can't lead this lane. So here we go. Green flag out, and we're racing here. And Austin Hill is looking like he's going to try and fight with Justin Allgaier for this spot. He can't compete, though. Yeah, that fender, it's bashed in. There's no way. But right now, that rest of the field, though, getting kind of split up by the other slower cars here. Alfredo on the bottom here is starting to get passed by literally everybody. Nemechek up to third, and oh, there's a crash in the back! No, that's the 26 there. The 26 in the 08. So the 08 of J.J. Yaley ends up bringing out the caution flag. Oh, man, this is going to be tough for Allgaier and Hill. What do you do now? We have another yellow flag. 12th caution flag of the day. That's Kaz Gralla that ends up torn up in that one. Likely the innocent bystander here, because I'm assuming the old tires did ultimately slip for J.J. Yaley, who I did list as kind of the one odd car out that I wouldn't be terribly upset, and I wouldn't be terribly surprised if they... Oh, no, it was actually the 26 getting loose underneath them. Okay, never mind. I apologize to J.J. Yaley and all of the J.J. Yaley fans out there. Yeah, the 26 just got loose in the middle of 3 wide there and ultimately wiggled, and it took out the 08. Yeah, nothing the 08 really did wrong outside of being 3 wide, which, again, I would put that on the car in the middle there to back out. Yeah, I remember Miguel Paludo. He's driven the 88 for Dale Jr. at most of the road courses over the last couple of years. And yeah, you did call it there. Let's say the old tires. Well, the old tires were what I thought slipped, but actually, after watching the replay, the old tires weren't what caused the caution. It was actually the guy on fresh rubber getting loose in the middle of 3 wide that ultimately brought the yellow flag out. But man, this is gonna be a tough one though. You got Parker Kligerman inside the top 10. Man, Creed also, though, up inside the top 10. That's going to be tough. I need him to drop back now. Luckily, it looks like Hemrick's been shuffled out completely, but, yep. So, yeah, I've rooted for Miguel Paludo quite a few times when he's raced, but just hasn't really been able to put it all together in any of the races. I think you just need a more consistent schedule to really kind of pop off. I mean, unless you're a completely beyond next level talent like Shane Van Gisbergen at the road courses, because I mean SVG is just on another level when it comes to road course talent and ultimately that translated to the next gen car very well. These Xfinity cars are much more like the old style car, so even if if there is any sort of benefit to a foreign driver, even like Miguel Paludo, in running that. Oh, hey, look, the TexasMotorSpeedway dirt track that we race on NASCAR 85. It's out there. Okay, I thought that was a complete fantasy track. I mean, but no, it's actually out there. I did not know that it was a... Oh, a track record. April of 2018, they set a 13-lap record, or a 13 caution record. We're at 12 cautions. I'll take the over on that one. I think we see at least one more caution here. I think Anthony Alfredo in the middle of the pack, he's in 6th place right now in terms of the choose. That's where I would highlight the potential issue coming from. Now, it very easily could come from Austin Hill or Justin Allgaier on the front row, but I anticipate we'll see the exact same strategy from them, where Allgaier takes outside, Austin Hill takes inside. Just need to remember, Austin Hill, if Allgaier takes the bottom lane, you follow him because you won't be able to make that top line work like Allgaier. So here we go. But Kligerman up in the top 5, that's pretty good. Again, I just need Hill to hang on to 5th, which at this point, not impossible. And then, so here we go. Can we see something happen here? Only 17 cars tonight have yet to be involved in a caution flag. That's a funny stat. So here we go. Let's see. So they're talking with the number 7 team's crew chief here. So Justin Allgaier's crew chief currently on there talking with the... that's Jim Pullman there, the crew chief for Justin Allgaier. They're talking with, just talking with him about the race, obviously. Can the 7 team pull this one off again? It'll be 13 looks like it'll be about 12, maybe 11 to go when they go green. So it's gonna be a tight one when they go for the restart here. All right, let's see. Oh, Ben Bayshore. Ugh. Hopefully that's... hate to admit that he may have made a right strategy call, because I am not a fan of Ben Bayshore's, that's for sure. So here we go. Let's see. We got 73 subscribers away from 2,400, so... let's see if we can get there by the end of October. That'd be impressive if we could get there, but we've had a lot of momentum. Again, last weekend we broke the record for most viewed stream on this in channel history. Not once, but twice, so not really in position to break the record tonight, but I didn't anticipate Texas being a record-setting track, but hey, you never know. So, unfortunately, only one stream next weekend or only one race stream for next weekend with Talladega, because the truck race will be happening while I'm still at work, unfortunately, so I will not be able to I won't be able to stream the truck race next weekend. But follow me on Twitter. I might tweet about the race going on, but man, that is a mess of a front quarter panel for Austin Hill here. Not sure what they're showing. Oh, are they showing the... oh yeah, they're showing the Justin Allgaier getting loose thing when he got pushed there. But, I mean, hey, you know what? Allgaier so far has looked like the one car that could drive his way back through the pack if he got cycled further back. And now he's going to have control of the race because he's got the lead, and he will likely have control over second because I don't think Austin Hill, I don't think, has the car here to win the race. He can't pop out of line and make a pass with that much drag. And there we go. Allgaier to the outside. Hill holds strong on that inside line. And so does the two of Creed. Also sticks to that inside line. Anthony Alfredo takes outside row 3. So that's my one kind of point I'm going to put down here. I want to see what is going to happen with Alfredo on the outside of row 3 here. If we see another quick caution, that would be my pick as to who I think would bring out the caution. So, yeah, showing John Hunter Nemechek winning a part-time race here back in 2021 as a part of the 54 cars rotational lineup that year. Yeah, SVG is definitely on another level, and again, a V8 supercar isn't a direct copy of a stock car, but because actually I've heard the next-gen car compared very much to GT3 cars, but Miguel's been in the Xfinity series where it's much more standard of a stock car traditional NASCAR style. Here we go. Pace cars off, ready to go back racing. Green flag in the air, and we're racing at Texas. Yay. The 20 missed a shift there, but there we go. Allgaier are able to rocket back around the outside without help here. And now the 21's going to drag race him. No, 21, get in line behind Allgaier. Come on. Austin Hill, you do not have the car to lead this thing. Is Austin Hill going to lead this thing? There's no way he's got the car to battle. Yeah, there we go. He's going to fall in line here into second place behind Allgaier. There we go. Good. Now just pace yourselves. You've got Kligerman is the next car behind you. So ultimately, it didn't look like the 78 really impacted the race too much. What's going to happen here with Sheldon Creed? That's my biggest worry now. But here we go. Kligerman's made it past the 21, and now Allgaier running up the track here compared to Kligerman. You gotta play defense here. If you're Justin Allgaier here, run wherever you see it. Try and block as much as you can here. He's running up the track. Why are you running up a lane with Kligerman behind you? That's going to give Kligerman the inside lane here. Kligerman's going to try and side draft him and go into this corner. Try and launch it. Let's see. What does Allgaier have? Oh! And Kligerman's getting loose. There's John Hunter Nemechek to the back bumper of the 48 here. And now, here we go. Now it's Nemechek versus Kligerman. Kligerman's going to end up coming up second here, it looks like. 7 laps to go. So it's Nemechek versus Kligerman here. Allgaier has been shuffled out. Sammy Smith up to third. Austin Hill hanging on to fifth here. Can Justin Allgaier find a way to climb back here at this point? Sheldon Creed, though, in 6th place. Going to take care of his teammate. So, here we go. Let's see. But, yeah, the 48 just got loose underneath Allgaier. That's, like, the one thing Allgaier did manage to do. But then Allgaier got way too high up there. Got up in the debris and the marbles. Ultimately ended up losing the grip there. And now Nemechek able to drive away from Kligerman a bit. This is going to be looks like this might be race over here for the win, at least. Here we go. Chandler Smith looking the inside here. So, Chandler looking on the inside to Justin Allgaier. Allgaier not really looking like he's going to be able to put up much of a defense here. I think his tires are just overheated and cooked at this point. Too many restarts for Justin Allgaier, and ultimately he fades into the sunset. And he's actually going to put up a decent fight, though, here. And, again, as long as he can hang on to a decent top 10... I mean, it doesn't really mean much. He's already got a win. He's in the next round. But yeah, all 8 of the top 8 are playoff drivers. Sheldon Creed holding on to 8th place right now. The last playoff driver of that 8-person group. Versus Parker Kligerman, who's going to come up 2nd place. That's so heartbreaking for Kligerman. He's about a half second behind Nemechek right now. If he can win this race, he might be able to go to the Roval and not have to worry about anything and go for a second win. Now, I mean, obviously, I think for Kligerman, just looking for a first Xfinity Series win. And, here we go. Daniel Hemrick coming to pit road. Daniel Hemrick is definitely done here. Are we gonna see a run to the checkers here, or are we gonna see a late caution? Let's see. And there we go. Austin Hill getting passed by Cole Custer now. So Hill going back to 7th now. Let's say if we see another caution here, it would have to happen this lap, but it could end up saving Hill because Hill and Allgaier might be able to get some tires and fight back through, but there'd be a lot of traffic to fight your way through at this point, especially for Hill with a damaged car. But here we go. Coming off turn 4, it is John Hunter Nemechek finding the white flag. John Hunter Nemechek finds the white flag. Next flag ends the race. So John Hunter Nemechek, the fresh tires, Ben Bajor on the pit box. Ultimately looking like he may have played the right strategy. And here we go. John Hunter Nemechek coming through going down the back straightaway, final time here at Texas. Anything could go wrong, but so far it looks like everything's broken right for John Hunter Nemechek. Off turn 4, and John Hunter Nemechek wins at Texas, and he will move on to the next round of the playoffs. Then you've got second place, Parker Clearman. Third, Sammy Smith. Fourth, Chandler Smith. And then Justin Allgaier holds on to a 5th place finish. Cole Custer, Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, Brandon Jones, and Brett Moffitt rounding out your top 10. Yeah, that's most Texas races, honestly, for most people, though, LTX. But yeah, I think we all pretty much were tired of this race. A few cautions is okay. 12 cautions, especially the way that they were spaced out, was a bit much. Well, if you space them out evenly over the course of the race, it isn't terrible. But when you bunch them all together all at once, like the fact that we had like 4 cautions in the first 10 laps of this race, that was ridiculous. But John Hunter Nemechek burning it down, and I have got about an hour or so to get ready for the tournament. So I'm going to really quickly do, as I do with all these streams, I'm going to go through the entire finishing order to give all fair dues to every driver who took part in this race. Yeah, and then we'll be signing off. But so John Hunter Nemechek getting the win, locks himself into the next round of the playoffs. We've talked about it. Great win there. Great strategy for John Hunter Nemechek. Fresh tires pulling through. Parker Clearman, also on fresh tires, comes up 1 spot short of the guarantee advance, but has a good points position to try and point his way to the playoffs to the next round at Charlotte in 2 weeks. Sammy Smith, great day for the young rookie looking for for any kind of hope to try and advance his season. He has not had the smoothest of years, but he does look in position to advance, assuming a smooth race at Charlotte. Chandler Smith, same kind of position, looking like he could have a smooth Charlotte and advance. Justin Allgaier locked himself in last week with the win at Bristol, comes home 5th after trying the old tire strategy. Cold Custard comes home 6th place. Ultimately, just doesn't really matter for him. He's pretty safe. He may even be locked in on points to the next round. I'll have to wait and see after the stream, or maybe they'll total up the points for us before we get done. But then we have Austin Hill trying that Hail Mary strategy with a damaged car, comes home 7th. A great day for Austin Hill. Sheldon Creed comes home 8th. 9th, Brandon Jones driving that number 9, the top non-playoff car. Sheldon Creed, the last guy in the playoffs, I believe still. I think it's like plus 8 or 9 points for Sheldon. Then you have Brett Moffitt rounding out your top 10. Ryan and Kyle Sieg end up finishing 11th and 12th respectively. Ryan Ellis driving the number 43 comes home 13th. 14th for the AndysFrozenCustard car and Anthony Alfredo. So I guess Ice Cream and Alfredo do go well together. And then you've got the final car on the lead lap, Kyle Weatherman, finishing in 15th. Parker Chase, 1 lap down in 16th. Daniel Dye, the cause of the final, or one of the final cautions, I don't remember if it was even the last one at this point, driving the number 44, comes home 17th. Jeremy Clements, 18th. 19th for Lane Riggs in his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut. Great job for Lane Riggs. Coming home 20th. The number 92 car, started by Josh Williams, ultimately due to the lack of an AC hose coming off in the middle of the race, he had to sub out. Stephen Parsons finishes the race, gets him to the checkered flag in the 20th position, 2 laps down. Dawson Cram, he was the cause of a caution at one point, comes home 21st. 22nd for David Starr in the 07. Sage Karam comes home 3 laps down in 23rd, driving the number 66. Hemrick comes home 14th after whatever he had for a problem late in the race that led to a flat tire, and he had a pit stop late. Then you had CJ McLaughlin, and when people are calling me when I'm on stream, especially when I know they know that I'm streaming. But yeah, CJ McLaughlin in the 28 car. So CJ McLaughlin took over, drove the number 28 car today. Didn't even call his name once. Joey Gase in the number 35 comes home 6th place after a rough day. Speaking of rough days, Josh Berry comes home 27th after his issues. J.J. Ailey in the 08 comes home 28th. Kaz Gralla got taken out late in this race, comes home 29th. Parker Retzloff and Jeb Burton, the two Jordan Anderson Racing drivers, both finished 92 laps down in 30th and 31st, respectively. And then you've got Jeffrey Earnhardt, 32nd, 33rd, Trevor Bayne, 34th for Brennan Poole, 35th for Patrick Emmerling, driving that 53 car. These are all basically people who were taken out of the race very early on. Joe Graff Jr. out 189 laps down, and then Riley Herbst ends up finishing 198 laps down in 37th, and Sam Mayer, 200 laps down, never completed a single lap in the race. So that is your rundown through all 38 contenders here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. AndysFrozenCustard car, and it's a 1-point gap between Daniel Hemrick and Parker Kligerman for the cut line. So Cole Custer advances on points, 44 above the cut line for Austin Hill. Chandler Smith finishes 32 points above the cut line, so that's a very good look there. Only 1 point shy for Parker Kligerman getting ready for the final race of the round. But that's pretty much everything. Real quickly, I'm going to go down the top 10 starters for the NASCAR Cup Series, and then we will sign off. But yeah, so we had Bubba Wallace going to be starting tomorrow's Cup race, starting first from the pole position, his second pole seat of his career and first of the season here at Texas. Then you got Texas native Chris Buescher starting second. Third, Brad Keselowski, his RFK teammate and team owner there. Keselowski still looking for his first win as a driver-owner of RFK Racing. Ty Gibbs coming home fourth, the best of the Joe Gibbs cars. Fifth for Ross Chastain, going to be trying to smash some melons here in Texas. AJ Allmendinger comes home, will be starting from the 6th position tomorrow. Kyle Busch starting 7th with his new team. That's the same car that won this race a year ago. Of course, different driver, but Kyle Busch has been pretty good at Texas in the past. Suarez comes home 8th, driving that number 99 car for Trackhouse. Christopher Bell, his streak of pole positions in the playoffs ends here at Texas. He will start 9th. And rolling off from the 10th position, Denny Hamlin. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. And again, if you guys are interested, I will be live over on Twitch. Top link in the description. In about an hour or so for a Pokemon tournament. If you guys are interested. If not, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. But until next time, this has been Ryan Dyer, and I will see you guys in the next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye!